love.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
It's Friday. You're welcome. It's Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, but we just covered that. We also have a YouTube channel where you can watch the show. You can subscribe to the station's YouTube channel. And I would advise that you do that and you be a part of the program on the chat at the YouTube channel. ESPN New York, Carlin, Bart, with you on this Friday. Bart making his way over. Will be over in just a little bit after he did get up this morning. And we obviously have a ton to discuss regarding the games this weekend in the divisional round. I am very much looking forward to diving in to all of that. Chris Canty makes his return today, and I was remiss in not mentioning this yesterday when it comes to Canty. And I love him to death. You know this, and I'm excited. He and his wife, Mel, had their first child, fatherhood. I can't wait to delve into what that has been like so far. But here's how you know it must be going okay. Because Canty will be with us on the phone today from home after he has just done his show on Sportsmanlike on ESPN Radio. And generally speaking, when he comes over to the studio, he might spend a good hour with us. But if he's at home, it's only going to be, 10, 15, 20 minutes. So obviously, Canty did not take the first opportunity he could to get out of the house, to spend extra time away from mayhem, or what I can only imagine is mayhem. But it just goes back to the adage that I have lived by in my adult life, that children, in fact, ruin your life. It is Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York YouTube page. We will get into John Harbaugh and the possibilities for what the Giants could actually look like next year, because I'm kind of rethinking my position as to where this could head if it's in the right hands. I know that things are going to get better, but they might get a whole lot better. And I can't believe I'm actually saying that. But circumstances would point me in that direction. I will get to that in a few minutes. Where we need to start today is Kyle Tucker. Holy crap. Oh, my Lord. How out of hand is this getting? Frankly, I cannot believe that the Yankees of the 90s and 2000s have not only been outdone with all of their stockpiling of stars, but they've been blown out of the water. Edwin Diaz, who signed with the Dodgers this offseason, is currently the 8th highest paid Dodger. Oh, my God. Is this good for the game? Listen, all of that stuff is going to sort itself out. And I don't know. I'm sure owners are ticked off in one way that the Dodgers keep blowing away everybody else and keeping it as non-competitive as possible. When you factor in what their luxury tax bill will be right now, the Dodgers' payroll next year without the luxury tax bill is $417 million. With it, it is $575 million. Holy crap. And it just keeps getting worse. In case you are missing on what I'm talking about, Jeff Passan reported late last night that the Dodgers and Kyle Tucker came to an agreement on a 4-year deal that was worth $240 million. Now, you'll remember where we last left off a few days ago was that the Mets were willing to go to $50 million, and they were willing to do it on a shorter-term deal, a 3 or maybe even a 4-year deal. $50 million. The Dodgers went to $60. But that was only a few days ago with the Mets. The Dodgers went to $60 million per year. They gave him an opt-out after year 2, an opt-out after year 3, a $64 million signing bonus. Wait, when did signing bonuses become a thing in baseball? Like last year? And then a record, because $30 million of that $240, only $30 million is deferred. A $57.1 million a year in net present value after you factor in those deferrals. That is a record by some $6 million per. As Jeff Passan calls it on Twitter, a staggering deal. But here's what's even worse. The Mets were willing to go to 4 years, $220. No deferrals. The Mets were willing to go to $55 million a year. No deferrals. All of it. And they were going to give, I believe, a signing bonus somewhere in the neighborhood of $50 million. And that wasn't good enough for Kyle Tucker. I know it's all about when you hit the market and such, okay? But let's be real. $60 million at Kyle Tucker, and he has opt-outs after year 2 and year 3. Like, I for the Mets, good. That's actually a good thing that this didn't happen. It really is. Because even though it's only a 4-year thing, can you not see that falling apart? The one thing that I would argue that Kyle Tucker actually has had going for him, if you look through the course of his career, is a good level of consistency up until the second half of this season. The second half of this year, by his standards, was not very good. His numbers in July, August, September were frankly bad. But up until that point, there was a consistent level of production in his career. Was it off the charts, remarkable superstar level type stuff? No. But because of the timing and because of where we live with the Dodgers, this is what it is now. So the Dodgers probably hope in 2 years that Kyle Tucker's going to opt out and they will be able to get out of that deal. I don't know that I would count on that happening because 60 is a big number, and I know we're headed further north of that. 60 is a big number that I just don't know that I see us really passing again on many players, especially when next year we're headed for a lockout in baseball. But I can't spend time today wrapping my head around a salary cap, and frankly, neither can you. You don't need to do that. Like, let's not worry about the future. Our company, not ESPN, but Good Karma Brands, last night, this week, sent around to us a quiz, so to speak, that identifies your strengths, right? And many times throughout this quiz, you have to give questions. It's like 100 questions. And you have to give answers as to how you view the world and what your strengths are as a result of that. Apparently, I'm a relator in that I relate to you. I empathize with you. I'm going to find out what else I was here. Let's see. Number 1, I was a relator. Number 2, I'm interested in harmony. Number 3, I'm empathetic. Number 4, I have an adaptability to me. I'm like a big chameleon, big fat-headed chameleon. And number 5, I'm a developer, which I don't even know what the hell that means. The point being, so many of these questions related to whether or not you thought about now or you thought about the future. And I'm thinking about now. And I'm thinking about this season. And I'm thinking about not much beyond that, to tell you the truth, because nothing tomorrow is promised, people. We know this. So this somehow turned philosophical when it came to not wanting to talk about the salary cap today. So now, as I look at this season, what are the Mets supposed to do? Let's be realistic on a few things. Number 1, and I heard Dan talk about this morning, there is no way that at the beginning of the offseason, Kyle Tucker was a part of the plan. That was not something that they wanted to be heavily involved in. At least I don't believe so. And the reason being They just spent the amount of money that they spent on Juan Soto last year to get a better version of Kyle Tucker and a younger version of Kyle Tucker. So you were going to add Tucker to that. He was not nearly as good defensively this past year. So their whole idea about run prevention would have gone out the window. And they would have been moving him probably to left field. So, why would I have been interested in any of that when, in essence, I'm getting another left-handed hitter? Why would I have been so wrapped up in getting not a copycat player, but one that is a poor man's version of what Soto is, but it turns out he would actually be making more money than Soto. So it's actually not a poor man's version. It would be a stupid, super rich man's version of what Soto is. Let's get somebody who's not as good as Soto at his position. Let's get somebody who's not as good as Soto, period, but he's a similar type player. He's probably 60 to 75% Soto, and then let's pay him 25% more. No, I'm good. I'm straight. Let's move on. I honestly believe that this is for the best. And when I say that, I honestly want to think about why the Mets should not have been going down this road to begin with, and it has everything to do with what I just laid out. So you dodged a bullet here. The Dodgers, I get it. It's getting absurd. Why even play the season? I get it. It's ridiculous. But at the same time, you still have to play the games. And you still have to do something. And you still have to respond. And so for me, you might say in a circumstance like this, the Mets cannot afford to overreact. Yeah, no, they can, actually. It turns out the Mets can afford to overreact. And so, with that in mind, if we're going to talk about run prevention and a nice combination thereof, you're going to talk about things like revisiting Skubal. If you want to overpay Framber Valdez, I'm good with that. That's about run prevention. That's getting you better. That's honestly putting you in a much better space. If you want to talk about Cody Bellinger, I get it. Cody Bellinger does a few different things that will make you better. He's got a versatility to him. Do you want to go 7 years on Cody Bellinger? Probably not. But can I ask you a question? What does it freaking matter right now? What does it matter? Do you feel like Cody Bellinger and his contract, after what they did with Soto last year, is going to be the tipping point in 4 years, and that's why the Mets are ultimately going to have a massive downfall at that point? Worry about 4 years from now, 4 years from now. You know, it's one thing when we're talking about the 10 to 15-year contracts, okay? It's another thing when we're talking about the 6 to 7 year deals. None of these deals, none of them, ever end well. None of these long-term deals ever end in a place where you said, you know what? We got as much as we could, and we got blood from a stone in every single ounce of that contract every single year. It doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. So why get yourself wound up in that right now? What you need to be concerned about is the Mets at the moment. That's what the owner's concerned about. And look, Skubal may not get moved, but would I overpay for a rental with a prospect? Sure, I would. I would at the moment. Because I want to think about now. I want to think about winning now. The Mets are supposed to be about winning now the last few years. Why wouldn't I want to do that when you had a decent run just a couple of years ago? Why wouldn't I want to put myself in a position of trying to maximize the moment? I get it, what the Dodgers are doing. Like, honestly, man, I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about it. They are getting to the point where, do they even have the roster spots for these guys? Like, at some point this year, is Tucker going to get sent down because somebody got activated? Like, that's how absurd it's gotten. So let that be their problem. At some point, they do actually have to stop paying people. I know it doesn't feel like it, but it actually has to happen at some point. You only have so many spaces on your roster. So for the Mets, it's do whatever you can right now to make this better right now. Is it short-sighted? Absolutely. Am I short-sighted? I don't think that you could look at my career and think any differently, or my life, the way I live it. My God, that man has never considered what happens tomorrow in his entire life. Not once. I want to live in the now. I think that's a good thing. So, for me, that's what I would choose at the moment. So, at the moment, if you're the Mets, just go do what you can do. And if that means overpaying Bellinger, giving him a 7th year, okay. If Bellinger goes out there and stinks it up this year, it didn't work. You overreacted. You blanked up. That happens. You want to go and overpay on a pitcher that's been pretty good in his career in Framber Valdez? Sure. Chances are something's going to work out here. Not everything turns into an absolute nightmare once these guys get their contracts. I mean, you took on Marcus Semien and you put him in a spot this year so that you could get rid of the back end of Nimmo. For me, that was certainly a think about the now moment as well as think about the future. Get better. Just go get better. Tucker don't want to be there? Okay. I'm sure that it didn't exactly go down smoothly this morning for Steve Cohen, but I also think that somebody like Steve Cohen is already moving on to whatever's next. 800-919-3776. Bart will be over here shortly, and I will be taking your calls right after this sneeze. I spared you from it. I'm waiting to see if a second sneeze is coming. They usually come in pairs, and it appears at the moment that I have talked my way out of a second sneeze. We did it. Big start to the show. Also, make sure that you join us over on the ESPN New York YouTube page. Now, I am going to take this call because I do want everyone to know I'm not that serious. Mateo in New Jersey is going to start us off on ESPN New York this morning. Mateo, how are you, my friend?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I don't understand how you could say that children ruin your life when all they do is make it better. I mean, without my children, I don't even know what I would be doing with myself right now. Yesterday, I got the most joy watching my son play high school hockey. He scored a goal. He nailed some bodies, and it was the greatest thing in the whole world.
That's awesome. I'm glad that was the greatest thing in the whole world. Mateo, honestly, I'm joking when I say it. I'm joking. That's all.
I don't know you are, though. Sometimes I really feel like you're being serious.
Oh, for me personally, yeah, no, kids are not my thing. I love being around kids, but I'm not, I love my nieces and nephews and all that, but that was not a good way to say that, by the way. My nieces and nephews, that's great. I personally am very selfish. I'm not interested in responsibility. That's all. And so, not for me. But I am joking when I say they ruin your life. Okay? They do not ruin your life. So I guess ultimately what I would say is lighten up. Fran in Massapequa. Hello, Fran.
Hey, what's up, buddy? I'm in the same boat with you. I agree with you on what you were just saying.
Oh.
Just really quick.
Okay, what's going on?
I used to be a diehard Met fan. They got rid of what they did to Alonso. I'm done. I don't want to get into it all with you about how can you switch your fandom and all that. I hate the Mets. I'm done with them. I wish the best for the Met fans, but I'm done with the Mets. I got my Alonso white.
Why are you done with them? Because somebody else came out and just went to a stupid number?
No. You want to know what it is? It's
Yeah.
about 25 different things.
Okay.
If you want me to go through it, it's different players. I can go through it. From Nimmo, get rid of him, get rid of Alonso, get rid of DeGrom. What about the kid who pitches for Philly? Geez, what's his name?
Zach Wheeler, that turned out to be a pretty bad.
Oh, that's right, Zach Wheeler. Yeah, we don't need him, and we don't need this guy. And listen, God bless. I don't wish anything bad on the Mets fans. I hope they win the World Series this year. If they go 25-2, I will not be rooting for them, so that's not going to change my ways. I'm done. That's fine. I'm done. That's it. And the reason I know it is because when I see, like, Tucker sign with the Dodgers, I laughed. And it didn't even bother me. It's the greatest thing. I can't wait to watch my boy Alonso. That's who I'm going to root for. If the Orioles suck, that's the breaks. But you know what? That's what makes me happy. I'm done with. I have 3 other messes I deal with. The Bears. Thank God they're winning this year. The Islanders. Thank God they're winning this year. And the Knicks, who look absolutely putrid. And they don't do everything in the world to get Giannis. They're morons. Complete idiots. But listen, you do a wonderful job. And the bottom line is this. What do you expect from the Mets? Just think about this. If you were Tucker and the decision was the Mets or the Dodgers, what are you going to do?
Hey, listen, honestly, it's not as big of a deal as you make it out to be. You're going to laugh about it. I get it. If you want to give up on the Mets, that's your deal. Alonso, one thing you could certainly say about Alonso is when it comes down to it for David Stearns, Alonso goes to Baltimore and continues to have a couple of years like he had last year, then he's going to look very stupid because that number does not look so ridiculous on Alonso right now. 150 for 5 compared to what the Dodgers just did. 240 for 4 with 2 opt-outs and $60 million up front. I mean, that looks ridiculous. That looks absolutely ridiculous. Alonso is going to go to Baltimore, and I hate to break it to you. Like, you know this already. In Baltimore, Alonso's going to hit 40 home runs. Easily going to hit 40 home runs. I'm still having trouble getting past how I phrased that one thing earlier. Ted is next in the truck. Ted, what's going on, bud? How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you doing?
Good.
You know, this take that Tucker had a bad year in the field last year is kind of bogus, and I'll tell you why. You know, his lower body was hurt like all year last year, and if you don't recall, he played left field in the All-Star game, and he made one of the sickest plays you've ever seen in your life. So he can field, okay?
I'm not saying he can't field. I'm not saying he can't field, but what I'm saying is, like, if we're talking about run prevention is not the first thing that comes to mind with Kyle Tucker anymore at this juncture of his career. You're right, he was injured, but can we also point out he's been injured the last 2 years? Is it fair to mention that?
Yeah, no, I know, and that is true. No, that is true. But I think the Yankees and the Mets both kind of missed the bag on this one. The guy's a right around 300 hitter. He's a very good fielder. Yankees especially, man, like to not have him in Yankee Stadium hitting it, with that short porch. I think it was a misstep. I really do. We let him go to the Dodgers. That's a problem. And just to piggyback on what that last caller said, the Knicks have to get Giannis. It's not even a question. Yeah. I couldn't echo that more.
We're going to spend some time on that later. We're going to spend some time on that later on because defensively the Knicks stink. That's just all there is to it. They stink. And look, last night I did not expect them in a back-to-back with Jalen Brunson hurt to go and beat Golden State. I didn't expect that. But, I mean, they were just absolutely making Towns look as soft as could be. I mean, Draymond just played into his brain all night long. And then at the end of the game, basically skipped off the court laughing at Towns and how soft he is. Butler and Draymond together on Towns and just making him look that cushy all night long. Wow. Towns' second half, that was a hell of a disappearing act. Dude's a magician. 6 points in the second half after you post a double-double in the first half. What are we doing? I mean, it couldn't be any worse. And then what do you know? Draymond is able to sucker him in, and all of the frustration comes out later with Budzinski. I mean, come on. It's comical. It's comical. And when we talk about the Giannis thing, this is why we talk about it. It's just, what are you going to be able to make that look like? What are you going to be able to give up in order to get him? Like, is it just straight Towns and it ends up being money and Milwaukee has no other choice with it? I doubt that that's going to be the case. You'll probably have to work in a third team, get more draft picks involved. The Knicks have, I think, their first pick this year that they could trade. But, like, beyond that, because of the Bridges deal, there ain't much left that they can trade. So when we consider all of that, this is a problem. But I don't disagree. I don't disagree that Giannis, they should do everything they can. Adoy, absolutely they should. And I know how important depth is and all that. This right now is just not, it ain't it. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube page where I'm checking in on a couple of the comments in the YouTube chat right now. Towns has to go. That from Black Metronome, our buddy there. We also have, Tsunami. I may be done with Cat after last night. That's one of those nights where if you stay up late and you see that performance from Cat, I can understand why you would feel that way. Eitan Tomlinson, $60 million a year for Tucker, insane. Can't hold Judge's jockstrap. I mean, think about the fact that it's close to, it might even be, Kyle Tucker is about to make, almost 50% more than Judge per year? Judge is at right around 40, something like that. And Kyle Tucker's going to be at 60. The last time I checked, half of 40 is 20. And he's making 20 more. Kyle Tucker's going to make 20 more than Aaron Judge. Let somebody else be the buffoons on that. Yes, the Dodgers will be there again. Like those Yankee teams of yesteryear, like when I remember being at FAN the day that they traded for Roger Clemens, and it was like the world was ending. And I was at FAN with all the guys that were there that hated the Yankees outside of Mike. Everybody who hated the Yankees, there were a lot of them, a lot of us, I should say, at the time. Now I'm more indifferent. I'm grown up more now. I don't have any kind of hatred like that anymore. But this is so much further than that. It's not even funny. Carlin, Bart will be here momentarily. As we said, he was on Get Up this morning, so we will have plenty to discuss when it comes to these games this weekend, which I cannot wait to get into because I once again continue to find myself fascinated by the Chicago Bears. And that is the one game this weekend. If I were to rank the games this weekend, I cannot wait for Rams-Bears. I cannot wait. Bart and Carlin, get on the phone lines at 800-919-3776. Slide in your comments into the chat over on YouTube. It's starting to fill up. The lines are open for you. So let's go. Do I think that children ruin your life? That's a stretch. I'm joking. It's hyperbole for the sake of comedy. Are they for me? I'm going to pass. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
Welcome to Jake's 58 Casino Hotel, where excitement never stops. Unleash the fun with 2 floors of gaming action, featuring 1,000 cutting-edge video and electronic machines. Enjoy exceptional service at a prime location that places you right in the heart of Long Island's excitement. Stay and play in style with over 200 hotel rooms and treat yourself to a full range of dining options at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Hey, New York and New Jersey. Commitment issues? No problem. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever, as in for life. Switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, you may experience slower speeds. Pay $25 a month as long as you stay on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
In the Bronx, delays on the northbound Major Deegan Expressway 87 up toward 230th Street. Crash, 2 right lanes are closed. Very heavy traffic behind that. Harlem River Drive southbound heavy at the RFK Bridge going southbound. A crash, at least 1 lane is closed. Yorktown Heights up at Westchester. We've got the Taconic Parkway southbound at 132. Police Department activity on the ramp. New Jersey Transit 30-minute delays on the main line. Signal issues, track issues near Clifton. And the Hudson River crossings all down to minor delays. I'm Bob Williams on 880 ESPN New York.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hey, it's Michael K. Not sleeping? Well, it could be your mattress. That's why I always recommend my friends at PC Richard & Son. At PC Richard & Son, they don't just sell you a mattress. Their experts use a 4-step mattress fitting process so that your new bed fits you perfectly. They guarantee it. Top brands like Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. And in-home delivery on any mattress $199 and up is free. So do what I do. Get to PC Richard & Son and for your new mattress. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
Focus Features presents the film Hamnet from director Chloe Zhao and producers Steven Spielberg and Sam Mendes. Discover the untold story behind Shakespeare's greatest masterpiece. Hamnet is a monumental cinematic experience and proof that movies can bring us together. And now it's the winner of the Golden Globe Award for Best Actress Jessie Buckley and Best Picture of the Year. Hamnet, rated PG-13, may be inappropriate for children under 13. Now playing only in theaters.
Hey, sorry I missed you. Your call is very important to me. Just not as important as the New Jersey Lottery's Green Ball promotion being back on Pick 3 evening drawings. See, if the green ball's drawn, that's a free second chance to win? So, yeah, you get it. It's only through February 1st, though, so try me after then?
Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. For game odds and promotion details, visit njlottery.com/pick3.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Chris Stapleton's All-American Road Show. August 26th at Northwell at Jones Beach Theater with special guest Carter Faye. Chris Stapleton's All-American Road Show. On sale now at livenation.com, part of the Cadillac Tri-State Concert Series.
Smalls here. Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your 6 figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year 1 needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, they've seen it all. And they're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football. It's a pepper thing.
What a lovely sentiment that is. My guy walked in. He just had a rough... Take your time. Seriously, give yourself a few minutes here because I know it's cold outside. It is freaking freezing. Bart just came over, but hey, settle in. Take your time. We just got back. 800-919-3776. Bart will be over here in just a few moments. As we said, we will get to some Knicks and how bad that looks later because a lot of the chat is starting to dial up into that. Let's get to David and Elizabeth, though, on ESPN New York. What's up, D? How are you, bud?
What up, fellas? How do I sound? Do I sound like I'm underwater?
No, you sound fine.
Awesome. I'm going to stand in this one spot. So, look, I'm going to get straight to it. I got 2 points because, you got to me early and, the weekend's coming. Carlin, I'm going to keep bothering you to go to Colonia Grill because they're calling you, and it's delicious.
All right, I will hit it. I promise I will hit it. I just haven't had the chance yet. I do have a corner table coming later today that features the Golden Diner here in New York City. So we will be having that come up in just a little while.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait, Carlin. Can't wait. I haven't been to a new spot that you've been to in a while, so I can't wait to check that out. Also, please, when Bart sings the song, we need you to enjoy. I like it. You're starting to involve yourself. You were dancing last week. Now we just need you to learn the words. You're going to get there,
See, here's the thing. I think
yes, sir.
This is one of those cases, again, where they say, D, let the stallion run. And when I do that, when we get to the Friday song at the end of the show, I don't know what's coming. It's like a freestyle situation. So I'm going to let Bart freestyle, and I'm just going to enjoy that. Man, it's cold.
And what makes it even colder is it was no buildup. It was actually warm, and this cold front just came out of nowhere. I wore a winter jacket, but that's not the blizzard winter jacket. I got different levels. That's not warm enough to be walking. My hands are still cold, and I only walked a block and a half.
Yeah, that's not good. When you walked in and you had your big coat on, and then you had it buttoned up all around the sides of your head, covering up your neck, I knew you had a rough commute over here, even though it's only a couple of blocks.
Because I would have brought some gloves. That's a problem because I'm carrying bags. Because remember, I got my suit.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh, right. Because
right. So I got to carry my suit. So like that, both hands are exposed. Now it's different if you can put your hands in your pockets, but when you got to walk and it's cold and your hands are exposed to the elements, that's even worse.
I did not get a chance to see a lot of the show this morning.
Yeah.
Did they celebrate your anniversary?
They did. We had a bunch of fun.
Okay. Because those who don't know, it's 15 years.
To all the non-believers.
To the day.
To all the non-believers. Especially you, Tom Jackson. Way to have our back, Keyshawn. Anybody can be beat. For all you non-believers, disrespect us, talk crap about the defense like we ain't the third best defense in the league.
They played a modified version.
They can't stop a nosebleed. 25th in the league, and we the one to get disrespected. Congratulations. See you in Pittsburgh. Can't wait.
Still waiting too, man. 15 years. Wow.
I know, but
it's kids that are in high school that wasn't born yet.
But here's the thing that makes that so amazing is that for me as a sports fan, even not a fan of the Jets, you can hear it in that context. Like I might hear it when we play the breaking news stuff and all that. When you hear it in that context of the full interview, when you say it at the end, you get the chills.
Can't wait.
As a sports fan, if you're sitting there listening to it, as a Jet fan, that is a chills moment. And that's like, just to be able to have that on your resume has got to be pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it, the fact that it's still living and the fact that it's people that remember where they were when that was said. Whether you were a fan or not, what it represented was somebody that felt like they were speaking for their team and their organization and was fighting for respect.
And a fan base.
Yeah.
That had been the crap kicked out of it for a long time.
And was always on the wrong side of these type of things. And just to be able to represent that and say what they wanted to say. You know what I mean? Like, it's like going into the game, the level of disrespect that our team was receiving after we had just went to that same place the year before. So it's not like we had just went to the AFC Championship the year before. Then we had beaten them this year. And for people to say no chance.
Well, because they all looked at 45-3.
Right.
But
that was one of two.
Right.
It was 1-1.
Right.
Like nobody's going in and saying like we were healthy.
Yeah.
So it's not like the Seattle game this week where like they're like, look at Kyle Shanahan, you can't win, all that type of stuff. It's not that. We were healthy relatively, and we had a lot of star power on that team. I would argue to say we had more name power than they had.
All right, I get that. I think that's true. They had more.
We had Santonio Holmes, Braylon Edwards. We had Jason Taylor. We had Sean Ellis. We had Jason Taylor. We had LaDainian Tomlinson. Like, we had more brand name stars from other places than they had, but everybody thought the quarterback and the coach were the equalizers to whatever they were facing.
When you said it, in that second, did you have any idea that that's what it was?
No clue. And we're probably 1 to 2 years early from social media really booming.
Yeah.
So, like, I just, did the interview, went in, changed. On the plane, they're like, yo, bro. This is when Twitter was like the big thing.
Yeah, that started like 09, 10.
Yeah, Instagram wasn't that big, but they're like, yo, bro, you trending. I'm like, what does that mean? I didn't even have Twitter. I didn't have anything. And they were like, but, some of the younger guys that were more into, like, social media, I wasn't into it. I didn't know nothing about it. It was like, yo, it's everywhere, bro. I'm like, what's everywhere? Your interview. Because I didn't even know that, because when you do your interview, it's people doing interviews all over the stadium. Like, people talking to somebody over there, some people talking over there. And I didn't even know that it was live on TV. I know they were there filming, but I didn't know it was actually being played as I'm talking. And I still don't know if it was delayed or not, or if it was just live. When they went to me, was it live? I don't know.
I think it was slightly delayed.
Okay.
Because the game wasn't on ESPN, and that's Sal doing the interview over there. But it did not air more than 3 minutes after you said it.
It had to be funny. It had to be something like, hey, yo, y'all might want to play this. I wonder if it went like that. Like if Sal did like, because Sal just let me, like you say, let Seabiscuit run.
There's no way
Sal
that
just
Sal
let me
didn't
run.
say that.
Sal just let me run. Like Sal was like, go ahead.
Yeah. Let Seabiscuit, let the stallion run.
He's like, yep, I'm going to jockey this one all the way to an image.
There's no question that Sal said the second you were done with that interview, get that to the truck or get that to whoever right now, or whether they were rolling on it live back in Bristol or whatever it was. He didn't need anybody to tell him that. Yeah, there's no doubt.
And we'll always be linked because of that. So it's like one of the –
we should get Sal on next week.
It's like one of the great sound bites. And, whether it's that, playoffs, like – and then, like, what I don't like is years later, Richard Sherman tried to do the same thing.
With Aaron Andrews, yeah.
But it wasn't – mine was 100% off the top of the dome, wasn't pre-rehearsed or anything like that, because the reports are that he did it over there with a Spanish channel, and then they asked him to come over and do it with them, and he tried to do the whole same thing over again.
Oh, really?
So he did the same interview twice.
Oh, come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like
Fugazi.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man.
Fugazi.
Like, so I like the fact, like, and listen, when I say I had no idea what I was saying, and the fact that it rhymed, that it was like artistic a little bit, you know what I mean?
Well, but here's how you know it wasn't planned, is that part of it, like, I didn't know that Keyshawn had your back. Like, I didn't know if you were being facetious or you were being sarcastic or what.
I had watched the pregame because you sit around all day.
Sure.
Like, so you just watch TV. Like, you in your room, off your feet. Me, I never like being around people. When you got night games, some people go see a movie, they walk around. I don't move. I go eat and I visualize. I might take back in the day, if they had a tub, I'll take a hot bath and just soak. And then I'll just sit in my room all day and I eat twice, pregame meal, and I leave. So, like, literally from the beginning of the day, watch those games. We have like a little walkthrough, go back, and then eat, and then I just watch TV all day. And I just how people was like, oh, there's no shot. Like, they were just hating. Like, and it was like that personal jet stuff. Yeah. Like, it was like, man, it felt like personal. Like, and these people didn't even represent the organizations of the teams. Oh, man, this is going to be they basically, this is going to be an ass kicking. Like, oh, this, I don't even know why this game is playing. Like, damn, it's prime. It's prime time for a reason, right? Like, because we got characters on our teams, because we were 11-5. You know what I mean? Like, imagine that. Imagine the team being 11-5, hearing that they got no chance to beat a team that they've already beaten. And the fact that, we went to the AFC Championship the year before. And all day you hear people saying, like, I'm like, are y'all just helicopter fans? You do know that we beat them too, right? You see what I'm saying? That it was just, where I'm from, we are really big on respect. Like, nothing will get you touched faster than a level of disrespect. Now, you can say certain things, but, like, certain things disrespectful, like I'm not tough or I'm weak or something like that, like, where I'm from, those are fighting words. Like, even more than calling somebody something derogatory. Just level of disrespect that will get you the pause point. So, like, that was that anger. That was the east side of Detroit coming out of me. Like, man, y'all want to kiss their ass? Y'all want to, like, man, don't come holler at me now. It's like Mike Jones. back then didn't want me. Now I'm hot. You're all on me. Like, don't come talk to me now, pimp. Stay exactly where you were.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Can't wait, can't wait, can't wait.
Show your team spirit and save big only at Security Dodge during the Start Something New sales event. For a limited time, score an extra $500 off on top of all rebates and new incentives just for coming in and wearing your favorite team's jersey or swag. High school, college, or pro, football, basketball, hockey, and every sport in between. It's easy to win big at Security Dodge in Amityville. Visit us today or shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com.
FanDuel is turning on playoff mode. All customers get a profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. Each game day during the Divisional Round, you'll find a pack loaded with multiple profit boosts waiting for you in the app. More boosts mean more ways to level up your playoff bets. Pick the matchups you believe in, take your shot on an upset, or build a parlay that fits the moment. Do you like Seattle at home after the bye? Maybe you like Denver at home to continue winning. Then apply your profit boost and go after even bigger payouts while the playoffs keep rolling. So visit FanDuel.com/local and grab your profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite awards show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Rich Eisen here. LinkedIn Jobs is stepping things up with their new AI assistant so you can feel confident you're finding top talent. Get this. Employees hired through LinkedIn are 30% more likely to stick around for at least a year compared to those hired through the leading competitor. Hire right the first time. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/Eisen, then promote it to use LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant, making it easier and faster to find top candidates. That's linkedin.com/Eisen to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. And promote it to use LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant, making it easier and faster to find top candidates. That's linkedin.com/Eisen to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a time out to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of New Jersey is offering buy one, get one 50% off and every day 0% financing. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends January 31st, 2026.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports. ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
That's how y'all feeling? We all been there. We all been disrespected in our life or in our jobs. And you know what I'm saying? We don't take kindly to it, especially at the end when you get to write the narrative. You're the one with the pen. Because when you win, history's written by the winners. So, like, Tom just had to eat that. Couldn't say nothing. Had to swallow that L. It was hard to get down. I'm sure he had to drink a lot to get it down, lube the throat up. You know what I'm saying? Take that L with you, Tom. He ain't have to take many in his life, but that was served him some humble pie for once.
He was talking to Tom Jackson, not you.
I was about to say, what hell did I take?
I was talking about Tom Brady.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Tom Jackson.
I was talking about Tom Brady.
Any of the Toms you want. Listen, he wouldn't mind sticking it to you.
Swallow that hot L, Tom. Had Giselle rubbing his head at night. It's okay, baby. You'll get him next year. I hate them mother. To lose to anybody but these mother. Sick of this.
Hey, I'm not joking, Lick, and I'm not just saying this because you're my partner. There are things that I will watch as a fan, and I assume that a lot of fans have this. But there are things that I will watch as a sports fan. I'll give you a great example. Whenever the movie Cinderella Man comes on, and he is fighting that first fight against Corn Griffin.
Yeah.
And he hasn't fought in forever, and he was thrown in there last minute.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And he's all of a sudden, he says, welcome to New York, after he decks him going after the first break. And he's just like, what's going on here? And they cut to Giamatti in the middle of it as he's about to finish off the fight. And Giamatti just looks up and says, where the hell have you been, Jimmy Braddock?
Yeah.
That gives me the chills. Hearing that again is one of those things that will give me the chills. And there are sports moments that will do that.
Yeah.
And just being able to think that, not just for me, but I think it's for a lot of people.
It's like a movie.
Yes.
It's like, man, come on, this ain't real. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go beat the big bad wolf. It's also in that movie, too, one of my favorite lines, when it's like, what the hell's going on? You beat him easy last time.
Yeah.
This ain't the same, man. Yeah. 45-0. This ain't the same squad.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app. I spent a lot of time, and I know you got some thoughts on this, talking about the Dodgers signing.
I'm disgusted, man. Like, this is not good for baseball.
It's not.
You can't just sign every big player because of your contract structures. The fact that Ohtani's willing to take, like, imagine if Soto would have did that. Deferred his money like that, and the Mets just start. I guarantee you the Dodgers would start complaining.
Yeah, listen.
It's an unfair advantage that one team get to defer their payments like a credit card bill.
Well, I think the others can. They're just not doing it, or teams aren't accepting it from them. But this was not like the Ohtani one was really bad because he's only getting $2 million right now. But he's getting the majority of it later.
But what about the pitcher that they signed last year?
Yeah, no, same thing. Same thing. Listen,
like, come on,
Diaz, and I just said this before, who they signed this offseason, is now the 8th highest paid Dodger. 8th.
Crazy.
8th.
And I bet you what do they players rank as the highest paid in baseball? I bet you they have 5 or 6 of them is probably the highest paid. And the only one that sneaks in there probably is Soto.
How about this? Right now, Tucker is making 50% more money than Aaron Judge per year. Judge makes $40 a year. Tucker now makes $60. So half of Judge's salary tacked on, and Tucker, who I called basically before an exceptionally poor man Soto, is making more.
Right. Exceptionally poor. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's deferring the money, and he probably going to get interest on it because it's sitting in escrow. Like, yeah, when you sit, like, because I had a teammate that did this and with the Ravens, Benny Anderson, and he's like, man, if they gave me all my money at one time, I'm going to spend it all. So he was tell them to pay him over 12 months, and not pay him towards the 4 months?
Like, no, not because normally in the NFL you get a game check and your entire thing is split up that way.
Yeah, split up by the 17 games weekly, and then you go a long time without a check. So he used to get it deferred, and he was like, for a while it was cool. Then he started listening. Hold up, that money gaining interest, man. They got to get my interest too off of that. You know what I'm saying? So imagine like that's what they're doing out there in Dodger world, man. It makes baseball so undesirable.
I got into it a little bit. We'll talk more about it, but I'm just at this point. I'm kind of like wait until the stoppage happens next year and see what happens and see how that all gets ironed out. It's going to happen.
It's an unfair competitive advantage because you have a certain amount of money and you had your best players do it, so now it's easier to put that on other people. Now, when you go to a team that nobody's done that, it's hard to ask somebody to do that. But who knew? Ohtani could have had some gambling bets or something that he didn't want to show it on the books or something. So I guarantee you that guy that took the fall for him, I bet you his ass probably living in a palace in Japan.
No, he's in prison, I think. I think he got sentenced, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's in prison now.
Ippei is going through the justice system right now.
So he's in prison. Like, you ever seen the A-Team?
Yeah.
Did you see how Face was living? Tom, you never seen the damn A-Team?
You never saw the movie, The A-Team? Not even the show. The movie, The A-Team.
That would be a big NO.
With Bradley Cooper?
What do you do with your life?
And Liam Neeson is Hannibal?
I'm clearly uncultured in my life.
What are you doing, a thousand puzzles?
You know what? I can't. We'll be back in a second.
All the way over Barzell, score! New York Islanders hockey is back at UBS Arena, and it's time to bring the family and make some noise. With more afternoon games this season, the Islanders have special kids-themed games and activities for young fans. Play games pregame at the park and head inside for fun on the concourse and on the ice. Tickets for the 2025-26 season are on sale now. Get your tickets at NewYorkIslanders.com.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Welcome to Jake's 58 Casino Hotel, where excitement never stops. Unleash the fun with 2 floors of gaming action, featuring 1,000 cutting-edge video and electronic machines. Enjoy exceptional service at a prime location that places you right in the heart of Long Island's excitement. Stay and play in style with over 200 hotel rooms and treat yourself to a full range of dining options at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
When it comes to meat and seafood, selection matters, and no one beats Wild Fork Foods. To everyday essentials, to high-quality steaks, to seafood, and more, every product is blast frozen to lock in peak flavor and freshness so you get restaurant-quality meats at home for amazing prices. Shop in person at 7 locations across Long Island and New Jersey, or you can order online for same-day delivery. It's easy, it's convenient, and the prices are wild. WildForkFoods.com.
Hey, sorry I missed you. Your call is very important to me. Just not as important as the New Jersey Lottery's Green Ball promotion being back on Pick 3 evening drawings. See, if the green ball's drawn, that's a free second chance to win? So, yeah, you get it. It's only through February 1st, though, so try me after then? Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. For game odds and promotion details, visit njlottery.com/pick3.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for 3.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Progressive knows sports brings people together, but you gotta feel bad for people who don't even get it. Some people will never know what it's like to see their favorite team's hopes decided by a ping pong ball to draft the next superstar.
Or not. I mean, sure, it's silly for your happiness to hinge on the success of a 20-year-old entry-level employee, but you just can't help yourself. The stress is exhilarating. Progressive can't bring people together like the draft, but we can bring your home and auto insurance together with a bundle. So switch and see if you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers, not available in all states or situations.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the...
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your...
windshield wipers. eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin.
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Let's get to some of the games this weekend. It's Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app. Also on the ESPN New York YouTube page, where you should be watching the show. You should be commenting on the show. We will get your comments in during the course of the show. I'm really excited. First of all, to me, this weekend is the best sports weekend of the year. Because when you get the 4 games in the divisional round, what you are getting are the 8 best teams left. And it's going to lend itself to get the best games that you can. Now, think about this for a second. How about this? Already, just through last week, with the games that we had in the wild card weekend, the 2025 postseason has already had the most fourth quarter lead changes, 12 of them, and the most game-winning touchdowns in the final 3 minutes, 4 of them, in a single postseason all time.
Yeah.
So in other words, there's what, 17 postseason games now? Is that right? It's 12. No, it's not even that. It's 10, 12, 13 postseason games altogether, something like that. Already in the first 6 last weekend, you've had the most of those. And
you know what's crazy?
We normally don't get that.
And the crazy thing is, usually the first round is a joke. Usually it's like watching the first round of like the college tournament. Like you just see people like, this team shouldn't be here.
Yes.
It probably was only one game that was like that, and that was the Steelers and Houston. Even though that was a close game, 9-3 for a long time, or 9-6 for a long time.
The Chargers just had the clamps put down on them.
Right,
you
right.
know?
Maybe the Chargers too.
But still, like the Chargers, you knew why they were there, and they just had one massive flaw that we knew that they were going to be able to take advantage of. But to me, this is the best sports weekend of the year because you always end up getting the 4 best games.
Yeah.
And so let's start with our first game, and that is Buffalo-Denver tomorrow, 4:30. This is a topic that we can tackle later on when it comes to Texans-Patriots too. But is it possible to still win a Super Bowl with an average quarterback or average quarterback play but a dominant defense?
I think that's something that we're going to get an answer to in short order because when you look at it's only 2 superstar quarterbacks left. One in the AFC, one in the NFC. Josh Allen and Matthew Stafford. Everybody else is pedestrian, being led. Those are teams that are led by their defense. I mean, C.J. Stroud personally tried to give the game to the Pittsburgh Steelers last week.
Yes, he did.
5 fumbles, 2 lost. Crazy work, right? But that defense just never gave up in the big moments. That's what it's going to be interesting to see. Like, you have 2 teams in the AFC that's basically trying to protect their team from their quarterback. Bo Nix. You talk about the Denver Broncos who have thrown the ball more than any other team in the NFL, meaning that they're one-dimensional, which plays directly, into the strength, the one strength that the Buffalo Bills have, which is their pass defense, number 1 in the NFL. So it's going to be interesting because you have, as you see right there, like Bo Nix, threw for almost 4,000 yards, but nobody threw the ball more because they can't run the ball. But the kryptonite for Buffalo is they can't stop the run, but Denver can't run the ball.
Well, but we saw that a little bit last week, though, with Houston and Pittsburgh because Houston couldn't run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh couldn't stop the run, And the team that cannot stop the run, to me, usually is the one that gets pushed around, even if the other team hasn't been strong at it. So even if Denver is representative in the run game tomorrow, that will make a huge difference for them.
Well, a big part of Denver's run game is the fact that Bo Nix is a mobile quarterback that kind of runs the ball a lot, like at the end of games. When you think about the Broncos have been in more close games than anybody this year. Like, they've won most of their games, like, in the last possessions of the game. So I don't think they're going to flinch if it's a close game. But you can never have a close game with a superstar quarterback. And it's going to be interesting because if Denver defeats Buffalo would have lost in the divisional round that didn't have Mahomes, that didn't have Lamar Jackson, that didn't have Joe Burrow, and that would be perceived, in my opinion, as taking a step back. Right? And so taking a step back after pushing all your chips in for Joey Bosa and trying to add on to this defense as much as you can to get that result, to me, would be discouraging. And we talk about the longest tenured coaches in football right now. Well, McDermott is one of them at 9 years. 9 years, no Super Bowl appearance. Yeah, you got to ask yourself, and we're
this is a big question.
Yeah, we're on what, day 5? Of the floor watch?
Yeah. And apparently that's over money. That was what's going on there.
Isn't it always?
Of course it is.
I tell you who won't worry about it. Arthur Blank.
No, he won't.
Because that's what happens. Like,
Arthur Blank check is more like it.
Once you decide to empower and embolden a guy like Matt Ryan, then you have to take his thoughts and opinions seriously.
Do you think that McDermott, if the Bills lose, gets fired? My jury is out on it. I honestly think it's 50-50 right now. And the reason I say that is because of just that. This is a Denver team that is a really good defense, but they're not unbeatable by any stretch. Stretch.
They don't give up points, and 68 sacks this year. So, like, we saw Josh Allen run for his life against the Texans.
Yep.
I wouldn't say that Denver's defense is
I think better. The Texans is better, even though the numbers are more eye-opening with Denver.
Right. You got 3 All-Pros. Benito. You got this guy, Zach Allen. Zach Allen in the middle.
Yep.
And then you got, on the other side, Benito. Who's the other guy? Number zero.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about. The name is escaping me, at the moment.
Like, if we had to go who had the better – so let's just say we think both of them got outstanding rush ends.
Why is this? My head is just.
I can't think of it for no reason. And I was there. I can see him walking past me in London. But the Zach Allen is special from the inside. He has more quarterback pressures than anybody in the NFL this year.
I did the damn game this year.
And then when you talk about on the outside,
Jonathan Cooper was the guy.
Yeah, you would say Surtain is better than Stingley. Stingley's good, but he's not better than him. Now, you would probably say, if Greenlaw is back, I don't know if Greenlaw is back for this game, but you would say that Denver has the better personnel, especially when you talk about safety play with Hufanga. Man, they should be able to suffocate because, if without having – so last week, 12 for 12, Shakir was targeted by Josh Allen 12 times, 12 receptions, led him in receiving yards. But if I got Patrick Surtain, he doesn't even exist to me anymore. So that means I can put somebody in the box, and now Josh Allen and Cook can't get loose. So who's going to save the day?
Right now,
Brandon Cooks?
Yeah.
Right. I'll bracket him with my safety in the corner.
Right now, it looks like Greenlaw is on track to play.
Okay.
So it looks like that's going to be the case there. I know, but this is a bigger picture thing for me with Buffalo. Look, we can talk about the matchup itself, but the bigger picture thing is if you're Buffalo and this opportunity is there and you're not able to get through it, and make no mistake.
When will you ever?
If Buffalo does this and actually broke through and got to the Super Bowl, that'd be a hell of a run with the way they did it with the teams that they had to beat on the road. Having said that, the bigger picture of having not taken advantage of it and at the same time looking across and seeing the Patriots rebound as quickly as they did And that's why you couldn't win the division. It's because the Patriots are back already.
But also, Patrick Mahomes says he's eyeing a Week 1 return. They haven't had a crappy pick in I don't know how long. So they're going to get a good player. So now they're going to come back with a good player. Maybe they go get the kid from Oregon and replace Travis Kelce and let Travis Kelce play on a cheap deal. Now they got a dominant tight end because they had a high draft pick.
That Kenyon Sadiq is good.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then could you imagine now? Okay, well, John Harbaugh's gone, but okay, we're going to sign Robert Saleh, take care of the defense, and Josh McDaniels. So one of the big things we talked about on Get Up today was just really the run for assistant coaches, because this coordinator thing could change the balance of the NFL. They have Daboll potentially being offensive coordinator with Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
You've had Josh McDaniel interview for coach, but also offensive coordinator for the Ravens. Could you imagine Lamar Jackson with a different type of run game, there, and all the creativity that Mike McDaniel has, and then Saleh with personnel? Look what he did this year with no personnel, no Fred Warner, no Nick Bosa.
No Nick Bosa, yep.
And he has this defense holding Seattle to 13 points. So you give him, Metabike, you give him Kyle Hamilton, you give him Wiggins, Roquan Smith.
And remember that you also took Ufunga off that defense from last year, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So the most fascinating story isn't, to me, the head coaching search. For me, it's the run at offensive coordinators, because do these offensive coordinators want to – does these head coaches like Daboll, like McDaniel, want to take a bad job and then be out of a job 3 years from now because you took a bad job? Or do you want to go somewhere and get the credit for why they're winning the Super Bowl, while Philly's in another Super Bowl?
That's another reason why, like I told you yesterday, I hate it when teams hire somebody who just got fired.
Right.
If I'm those guys, I don't want to get another job right away where I'm going to be a head coach. Let's say I took the job in Cleveland. Let's say I took the job in Tennessee or someplace. Tennessee's a little different this time.
But Tennessee, you get 2 years. What if you get 2 years? They fired Callahan in 2 years.
Exactly. I don't need to go through that again, and then my head coaching career is over. Let me go back and study again. Let me go back and reestablish myself as a great coordinator.
And rebrand.
And figure out what I did wrong the first time around, too.
Yeah.
Just to get better myself.
And wait for the right job.
Last one on that game, and it makes sense when you think about it, but it kind of hit me for a moment. I was like, really? And then, okay, that makes sense. Denver hasn't won a playoff game since Super Bowl 50. I mean, it's kind of weird. Like, you don't think about Denver.
Are they right there with Pittsburgh?
You got to be, because that's 2015. That was the 2015 season.
Yeah.
And the last time Pittsburgh won a playoff game was the 2016 season. So there you go. San Francisco, Seattle, tomorrow night. You were talking about the Denver defense there. A lot of people, including our guy Fortenbaugh, who talked about this yesterday, really don't feel like San Francisco has a chance in this game.
I don't either. I just don't see where it comes from. Like, the loss of Kittle is hurtful, and I know they played without Kittle this year and won, but it's so devastating because even though McCaffrey hasn't had a great year, he still, I think, went over 1,000 almost as far as receiving and running. But now you can't capture the edge. See, the great thing about the San Francisco 49ers was the fact that you had Trent Williams on one side. You can always get to the edge on the left because he's so athletic and he can dominate defensive ends. But then on the flip side, most teams are right-handed. Kittles helps them get the run game to the right.
Yeah.
Because he's like having a whole nother offensive tackle. But with him being gone, do they use Juszczyk, who used to be a outstanding tight end when he was with the Baltimore Ravens and converted more to an H-back when he went there underneath Kyle Shanahan? Can they ask him to do some of his old work? They were all talking about how he always wants the ball. He come to the side like he wants the ball, like he a go-to guy. And last week they were giving him the opportunity to, and he cashed in. But it just seems like too much. And the teams just played each other a couple of weeks ago for the division, and we saw with Kittle, they were only able to muster 3 points.
Yeah, I'm not writing them off in this game. Now, remember, granted, it was week 1. They beat them in week 1.
Yeah, but it's 17-13.
Yep, and that was a game where Darnold actually started to lead them down the field, but then Bosa got a strip sack on that last series. Anyway, point being, whenever we get into these scenarios in the playoffs, like, I don't know, the one we were just talking about a few minutes ago, like, how do the 49ers even win this game? How do they, like, that to me says, all right, maybe I should just take them a little more seriously because everybody's kind of writing it off here.
And Brock Purdy threw for like 150. Like they suffocated them twice. This Mike McDonald defense is ridiculous.
Let me ask you this question. Not matchups aside. Who would you rather go to war with right now in a must-win playoff game? Brock Purdy or Sam Darnold?
Am I taking into consideration that one side has Njigba and one don't?
No, just the quarterback.
I've seen Brock throw like 4 picks in the game too.
Yeah.
But I've also saw Brock.
This is not supposed to be an easy question.
But I saw Brock take a team to the Super Bowl. Didn't they go to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
I saw Brock take him to the Super Bowl, and I saw him almost take him to the Super Bowl before he hurt his elbow against Philadelphia. I'd probably go with Brock Purdy.
I probably would too. Purdy has not been the same player that he was when he did go to the Super Bowl.
Even though Sam has been exceptional. Like, and I know he had a couple of games where he struggled a little bit this year, but his last 2-year run, almost 4,000 yards or over 4,000 yards in the last two playoff runs in the seasons, and his interception to touchdown ratio, crazy.
I honestly think that if you gave me the choice, I'd still have to go with Purdy, and it's just because of the playoff experience, but I don't think he's the same player that he was. Well,
he doesn't have the weapons that he had before.
So,
it's more on him.
You know what it is more, though? It's me not trusting Sam. It has more to do with that. And probably I need to consider who he has to work with a lot more than I do, but it's just me. This game would go a long way to me building trust into Sam being, and I know it's silly to say this, but being a legitimate NFL quarterback.
But he showed you to win the division. He showed you.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't believe him.
No, we don't believe him.
In the last 2 years, Sam Darnold was 14-3 and 14-3.
No, he's got 28 wins, 28-6. He's got the most wins of any quarterback in the league the last 2 years.
And we still don't believe our lying eyes.
But why don't we? Because what happens in the playoffs last year?
Because he has the scarlet letter, 4 scarlet letters tattooed on his ass.
No, I don't blame him. That's not on the Jets.
I mean, because people haven't they haven't.
I assume those 4 scarlet letters were JETS.
Yeah, because they haven't. I'm just saying they haven't seen him be successful. So they saw him in Minnesota when we started to believe the first time. We saw him get destroyed by the Lions.
I would say that if I had to choose a team, listen, I think Seattle's going to win the game, but I just think this is going to be a much tighter game than we're anticipating.
It's a divisional matchup, of course. Yeah. That's the thing. It's pivotal moments in games. And a game can be won 24-7, 24-13, and it could be an ass-kicking.
All right, Texans-Patriots Sunday, 3 o'clock. Do you believe in Drake May as the MVP candidate in his second playoff game now?
He's a candidate, but I think Sam.
Not that he's going to be the playoff, not that he's going to be the MVP, but do you believe in that level of his ability showing up in this game?
I don't know. I've never seen him under duress.
Yeah,
and like that left side of the offensive line is all young, right? Going against that front, Sheldon Rankins, Danielle Hunter, Will Anderson.
When I have a dominant unit, I'm more likely to choose that when I have questions about the other team. And I will continue to bring this up, and it may not be fair. I know that they won last week. When I look at who the Patriots beat all season long, this was a bad schedule that they were – credit them, they were able to take advantage of it, but they had the easiest schedule by far of anybody else in the league, by far, a winning percentage of under 400 for their schedule.
Now they got to play the veteran, but they get to play the veterans the varsity, they get to play the varsity at home.
Again, I'll put the question to you. Can a team with a dominant defense but average quarterback play win? I will say in this case, they absolutely can. Yeah. The problem is that quarterback play has to be average. Yeah. It can't be well below average of throwing the ball away and almost giving it away a couple times.
Well, Also, when you talk about the Patriots, you talk about the Texans. These are two teams that play at the slowest pace of football. So when you have slow pace, that means that you're going to have very limited possessions. So, like, when you talk about possessions, now who do you trust to protect the football? Well, C.J. Stroud was horrible last week. I mean, that might have been some of the worst quarterback play I've ever seen in my life.
That's atrocious.
And he got
that was
bailed out.
about the opposition because they couldn't score.
Yeah, he got bailed out. But if you give Josh McDaniels extra bites at the apple, he'll find something, a kink in the armor, or find a way to manufacture one win, or one touchdown, or maybe even two. So if C.J. Stroud plays as bad as he played last week, the Patriots absolutely can win because those can be on short fields.
I expect the Texans to win this game. I do. I think this is going to be the week. I'm not going to say the Patriots are going to get exposed, but you're going to get a true feeling of, okay, they're on the way back, but maybe they're not on the way back quite to the degree that they were this year.
A true measuring stick.
Yes, I agree. And then finally,
they can't rush the passer.
Rams-Bears. It's going to be 9 degrees in Chicago.
Wonder what kind of fingernail polish he'll have on this week.
Caleb Williams.
Arctic blue.
As far as Stafford's concerned, I'm not worried about the weather with Stafford.
Hurt his finger.
Yeah.
Hurt his hand.
Yeah, but I'm still not worried about it that much. I still think Stafford, he's always been incredibly tough.
He's played there, too. He was in a division, so it's not like he hadn't played cold games in Chicago.
Right. And last year, like, we could go and look at certain temperatures and all that if you want. Here's what I know. That situation in Philadelphia last year was awful, trying to play through that.
Should have won.
And should have won the game.
Right there, game-winning drive, 20-yard line.
Yep.
Somebody got deboed by Jalen Carter. Was it Mekhi Becton?
I don't remember if it was.
Well, Jalen Carter plays inside.
Well, but it wasn't Becton because he was with Philly. It was somebody else.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
It might have been Avila, somebody like that. But anyway.
Jalen Carter hit him with the ooh-wee.
Yeah, well, I think the Rams are going to give the Bears everything they can handle. The problem for me with the Bears is I don't think their defense is good enough to stop the Rams consistently, even though the weather's going to be an issue.
Well, the problem is the other equalizer on the other side is the worst special teams in football is the Rams.
It's the Rams.
They got a punt block last week. Like, who the hell getting punt blocked
in the playoffs?
You should have seen every look by now, brother. How the hell are you giving? Remember, they lost to Philadelphia because they got 2 field goals blocked. They fired their special team coach 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
And then got a punt block by the new guy, who we know he was Westhoff's long-time assistant, Ben.
I mean, it was Chase Blackburn, the guy that got fired.
Right, but that's
former Giant.
And he got replaced by Ben, Westhoff's number 2 guy forever.
And that guy still had a punt block. I mean, that could be one of those situations. Which game was it? The game, it was the San Francisco game in Green Bay when they won that game in Green Bay in the awful cold, and I feel like the special teams was a big factor in that game.
Because the ball don't bounce as high, so like the ball can be dead. Are the Bears on grass?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like when the balls fall down and the ball is cold. Now this is funny, right? I wonder what the PSI is going to be on some of these balls. Right? Because naturally in cold weather, balls lose air.
Yeah.
But if you got a ball that's slightly easier, like you throw it and it's soft for your receivers to catch, because you have a ball that's inflated right, it's tight. You can't squeeze it much. But what happens is, like, balls lose PSI in the cold weather, but would you want a little softer to help your receivers be able to catch the ball better? And you only play with your ball. Right. So it's not like the other team, like it's the same ball. You bring in your ball.
The reason they found out about that was that the Colts intercepted a Brady pass.
They was like, what?
They brought it back to the sideline. It's like, what is this?
Like, yo, this dude playing with a Nerf ball, son.
If I were the Rams, I would absolutely, or if I were Stafford, tell the equipment guys, I want it at the lowest legal limit. If it goes below that, well,
that's because of cold weather. It's because of the cold weather.
Yeah, but I want it at the lowest legal limit. That's where I want it today.
Guys out there, oh my God, he plucked it out of the air.
And you could talk about, well, if they have that happen again, well, they'll go through Deflategate again. No, what'll happen is Stafford will be smart enough to say this time, Yeah, I told the guys, when we're playing that kind of thing, I needed the lowest legal limit. If it was below that, you know what? That's on me. That's my bad. And he'll get fined $50,000 and it'll be over.
That's all they had to do. And he's like, yeah, by the way, I'm retiring anyway, so suspend these in your mizzle.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube page, where you should be watching the show and leaving comments about the show. I probably have to read something. I'm going to do that right now. I don't know if it was smooth the way I handled that. Hey, boxing back, Madison Square Garden, Saturday, January 31st, the Ring 6. Teofimo Lopez. How's that? Teofimo Lopez. Shakur Stevenson. Power meeting precision on boxing's biggest stage. ESPN New York has your chance to score tickets on the ESPN New York app. Just find the contest tile, submit your entry. It's brought to you by Madison Square Garden. This is one fight you don't want to miss. Get tickets now. Ticketmaster.com and catch every round live on DAZN. You know what we got coming up soon? And I would encourage people to start to get on the phones for it right now. They've got the football frenzy.
Oh.
We've got the frenzy of football. Rick took today off.
What?
Wasn't around for the frenzy of football. The bit that they stole from us.
Let me tell you how Rick, why he's the master. Take Friday off. That means you got Saturday off. If you take Saturday off, that means you got Sunday off. If you take Sunday off, it's a holiday. That means you got Monday off.
He's working Monday, I think. I don't think Monday's a company holiday for us, is it?
Oh, hell no. It better be.
I'll check.
I know I won't be here.
You won't be?
I'm black.
It's MLK Day. That's right. I always get President's Day confused with the wrong day.
I'm black.
Did you tell John?
Not yet, but listen.
I just did.
I've never taken Martin Luther King's birthday off. And it's funny because all the white guys take it off, but I've been the one working for the last 3 years.
Is Rick off on Monday?
Alan took off.
Alan
Monday.
took off?
No, I'm talking about when I used to work with Alan. Alan took off on Mondays when I was a
They
MLK
always have
Day.
a game.
So
he just got a game.
It don't matter. That's still off. He ain't come to work.
He's working somewhere else.
But he ain't working here. So
That's
he got
true.
today off here. That's like if I do get up and don't come in and do this, am I technically on? No, I'm off.
Rick is not working on Monday?
He is working
on Monday.
But let me tell you why I'm not working. Because normally I don't
have a problem with you not working.
No, but listen, I've never taken MLK off since I've been here. The reason why I'm taking it off this time is because they canceled it as a national holiday. So this is my form of protest. Black people ain't coming to work. Yeah, you're going to disrespect MLK and you're going to make it the other guys. You get that birthday off. You don't get Martin Luther King that fought for my rights. The reason I can get on the bus and all that stuff is because of him. And now you want to take his day away? Hell no. I ain't coming in.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
FanDuel is turning on playoff mode. All customers get a profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. Each game day during the Divisional Round, you'll find a pack loaded with multiple profit boosts waiting for you in the app. More boosts mean more ways to level up your playoff bets. Pick the matchups you believe in, take your shot on an upset, or build a parlay that fits the moment. Do you like Seattle at home after the bye? Maybe you like Denver at home to continue winning. Then apply your profit boost and go after even bigger payouts while the playoffs keep rolling. So visit FanDuel.com/local and grab your profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Show your team's spirit and say big only at Security Dodge during the Start Something New sales event. For a limited time, score an extra $500 off on top of all rebates and new incentives. Just for coming in and wearing your favorite team's jersey or swag. High school, college, or pro, football, basketball, hockey, and every sport in between. It's easy to win big at Security Dodge in Amityville. Visit us today or shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com.
Not all F words are bad. Some are actually great, like fast, free fiber for 4 months. Yep, switch to Optimum Fiber for as low as $25 a month. Plus, for a limited time, you can get 4 months free, HBO Max included for 1 year, and a 5-year price lock. Don't wait, this free fiber deal won't last long, and the fastest, most reliable, most consistent internet speeds await you. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com/free today. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Are you ready?
Movies are a place of dreams, and this year, Song Sung Blue captures that spirit like no other. Based on a true story, the New York Times raves it is exactly the movie we need right now.
If you're there with me, I am not afraid anymore.
And now Kate Hudson is an Actor Award nominee for Best Actress in the Best Picture of the Year, Song Sung Blue. From Focus Features, rated PG-13, may be inappropriate for children under 13, now playing only in theaters.
Hey, it's Michael K. Not sleeping? Well, it could be your mattress. That's why I always recommend my friends at PC Richard & Son. At PC Richard & Son, they don't just sell you a mattress. Their experts use a 4-step mattress fitting process so that your new bed fits you perfectly. They guarantee it. Top brands like Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. And in-home delivery on any mattress $199 and up is free. So do what I do. Get to PC Richard & Son and for your new mattress. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams winter sale and get 30% off paints and stains January 9th through the 19th. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Planet Rock. 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 Planet Rock. Rock. We used to skate to this. What you know about this time? Go to skating land like this.
Is that like roller skating you're talking about?
Yeah, roller skating.
Yeah, that's before my time.
You skate in that circle. What you mean?
You've never gone roller skating?
No, I've never gone roller skating.
What was your childhood like?
When was your childhood?
Well,
roller skate rinks weren't around in the 2000s, really.
They
just popped back.
You watch The Office? They got the roller skating rink on The Office.
Yeah, I love The Office, but there weren't a lot around when I was growing up.
What do you think Usher got it from? His whole bit in out in Vegas was on the roller rink. They still, like, roller rinks are big. They were putting them out in parks out here. That's how popular it got like a year ago, Tom.
I had an ice skating rink by me.
No,
I went a few times with that as a kid. I never went roller skating.
I got bad memories of the roller rink.
Roller skating, you have like a DJ. You skate in a circle, man, doing tricks on the 4 wheels, baby.
Yeah.
Side by side. You ain't got the straight line, inline skates. You got the side by side joints.
Yeah, and that's why I saw at the ice rink. And then I saw people wipe out and crash into each other. It was great.
How old are you, Tom?
I am 26.
You never remember the movie Roll Bounce with Bow Wow?
I've never even heard of it until now.
Tom, you might be the whitest person I've ever met.
It's taking a lot, and you're sitting next to Chris Carlin.
You're like.
I'm sorry. What?
You're like
Listen.
you're like Midwest Missouri white.
I just try to be a little more well-rounded. That's all. Just try to be a little more well-rounded.
And see, I get cultured every day by Bart, so it's helping me, I hope. Am I acting on it? No.
Why Willie just tell me to lick my lips?
I have no idea.
Willie Colon, my lips must still be chapped from walking over.
I don't know, but I just did.
When you hear somebody else, when you hear somebody say that, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe it was because he was watching Get Up from this morning, and they had the whole thing about Sal.
I think he watched this now.
Okay, well, Sal should have had. You said he should have had your chapstick for you.
Yeah, man, my lips was it was cold as hell out there.
And that was in New England. Yeah,
it was cold as hell out there. You know what I'm saying? Them lips was chappy as could be. If I'd have smiled hard, I might have split them. You ever split your lip because it's cold outside?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not good.
Need that Vaseline, that petroleum jelly. You know what I'm saying?
Did you have like the outings as a kid at the roller rink with your school or whatever?
Bro, we went to Skateland every weekend.
Yeah,
every weekend skate party. It got shot up. It used to get shot up all the time. But like the young kids go early. The teenagers and the adults go like at different days. So like on Fridays, there's always somebody getting in the fight, trying to talk to somebody girl. But you remember roll bounce like with Nick Cannon, and he's like, oh boy was like, yeah, can I get a 12? He gave him a 16. He was like, man, come on, every time I come here, man, you be messing with me. He's like, look, young kid, let me tell you something. Girls around here like a man with a big skate. He was like, so what size you want to get? He's like, yeah, give me a 17, dog, a 17. He put the things up. All the girls looking like, girl, you got a big skate.
Like we had those.
Shockingly, you had a clip-ons, did you?
No.
Oh, okay, how about
no? I'd never wear the clip-ons. But we'd have like those outings like once every 2 or 3 months with school where they'd have an after-school thing there. And then it was like, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade.
Yeah.
But the girl that I liked, it was such bad memories because every time you wanted to ask the girl to skate with you and hold hands when they did the whole couple skate thing.
Yeah.
And this one guy, and I'll name him, I don't care, Rob Hinchliff. I hated this guy.
Forget you, Rob.
I hated him.
We see you in the streets. It's on site. It's on site. You're doing that to my boy Carlin. I'm going to punch you in the face.
Rob Hinchliff's mom would not, when I was in the Cub Scouts, I forgot to bring my permission slip for the
Look at that.
field.
Tootie got on skates.
For the field trip to go to McDonald's, and she wouldn't let me go. And I said, my mom's home. Call her. And she said, no slip, no trip.
Oh.
You may as well go home now.
Oh.
I remember those words. They ring in my ear with anger. So she's strike one. And then Rob, also like the same girl I did, Carrie Whitaker.
We're going to kick Rob's ass.
And
Rob's still alive?
But Rob didn't have the guts to go up and ask her. But if he saw that I was about to, he was going to go up and do that too. He was going to be there and block.
Yeah. We call that hating. Buck Nasty Worlds. Is Rob still alive?
I haven't seen him since 8th grade.
If he's not, if he not, we're going to dig his ass up and I'm going to kick his ass again.
Yeah, Rob.
On site.
He would do that all the time.
Don't do that to my boy. Listen, Chris, you my dog. That's disrespectful, man. That could have been the love of you found the love of your life.
I did.
That could have been the early part.
Trust me, it turns out Carrie had no interest in me whatsoever.
He ain't know that. Rob.
I asked her to the fun fair like a couple of years later, and she's like, no.
What's Rob's last name?
Hinchliff.
Rob Hinchliff. I'm going to lift your ass off the air and defy gravity when I see you for doing that to my boy. We kicking your ass on sight.
It was just like every time I'd start skating up closer to her, and then he'd like, he'd like make sure he wouldn't have the guts to do it himself.
See, but that's a special type of person. He's not good for the world. He's hating just because he could hate.
That was when he was 9.
You don't change. Listen, I haven't changed much since I was 9.
Yeah.
You kind of.
I really haven't either.
You kind of who you are.
Yeah,
you just become more of it.
That's a good point. And if Rob made money, like you said, you become even more of it.
Exactly.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app, and also on the ESPN New York YouTube page. Yeah, people saying in the chat, I am traumatized. I am. Like, don't you all have, like, those moments that are traumatizing? Like, that's one. Like, I'm always going to hold it against that guy.
This one I knew life wasn't fair. I'm in kindergarten. Her name's Kimberly. I had the biggest crush on Kimberly. About to sit down. In kindergarten, you got them little bitty short chairs.
Yeah.
I'm about to sit down. She pulls my chair out. Everybody laughing at me. Ha, 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 right?
Oh.
I wait maybe 3 hours. Kim's about to sit down. I move the chair. She fall. she go tell the teacher on me, I get suspended. That's when I knew that life's not fair. Same exact act, everybody else kikiing laughing. I get suspended and got to go to the principal's office because I did it back.
It's always the one going for retaliation who gets caught.
And then like she liked me once I became a superstar in high school football. Later, get no play in my ride.
Yeah, listen, like guys pointing out, I'm calling out Rob 40 years later. Like he knew I was ticked at the time. Trust me.
Yeah, he
knew I was ticked at the time.
But now you have a friend that just don't care. But now you have a friend that don't care.
No, I understand.
You didn't have that before.
The problem is, but I could have used you back then.
Hey, Tom, I need you to get on Facebook and see if Rob's still hanging around. We're gonna pull
all
up.
right, I don't want to dox him either.
I'm not trying to do that today.
But I will say,
This Chatham? Was this Chatham?
It was.
Oh, so he closed. Listen, I drive.
I don't know if he still lives there.
I drive by Chatham to get there. I can stop by and deliver special delivery ass kicking.
I'll give you the address. I still remember the house.
Just like DoorDash.
The mom, she was something. She was a piece of work. My mom did not like. I'll tell you, my mom was 91 when she passed in 2024, and we used to joke because my family is 100% Irish Catholic.
Yeah,
and we used to joke. She had the Irish Alzheimer's, in that she forgot everything but the grudges.
Exactly. Remember everybody she hated.
Exactly. And that lady was on the top of that list. She remembered her for that not let me go to the McDonald's and see how things are made for till the day she died. She remembered that and held it against her. Because if you screwed over one of her kids,
you know what my grandma used to call old women like that? She's like, you little wench.
She was never letting go.
That's like an old school 70s diss. Wench. I'm like, grandma, what the hell? I still to today don't know what a wench is, but when my grandma didn't like you and you was a woman, little wench.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Welcome to Jake's 58 Casino Hotel, where excitement never stops. Unleash the fun with 2 floors of gaming action, featuring 1,000 cutting-edge video and electronic machines. Enjoy exceptional service at a prime location that places you right in the heart of Long Island's excitement. Stay and play in style with over 200 hotel rooms and treat yourself to a full range of dining options at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
More people trust their hearts to New York Presbyterian than any other hospital in New York. It's because New York Presbyterian has the most experienced cardiovascular doctors, treating a full range of heart conditions, from heart failure to valve repair, with the most advanced treatments. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital, based on U.S. News & World Report 2025 to 2026 cardiology, heart, and vascular surgery rankings.
Hey, sorry I missed you. Your call is very important to me. Just not as important as the New Jersey Lottery's green ball promotion being back on Pick 3 evening drawings. See, if the green ball's drawn, that's a free second chance to win? So, yeah, you get it. It's only through February 1st, though, so try me after then?
Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. For game odds and promotion details, visit njlottery.com/pick3.
To the net. Score! The New York Islanders are back in action with a brand new theme night schedule you won't want to miss. Bring your friends out for the holidays and take home a custom holiday replica jersey or arrive early for special bobblehead giveaway nights for Matt Barzell and Bo Horvat. Barzell for Horvat. Score! Explore the full theme night schedule at NewYorkIslanders.com.
Looking for the best meat and seafood at unbeatable prices? Get to Wild Fork Foods. They offer the widest selection of meats and seafoods you'll find anywhere. Everything is blast frozen to lock in flavor and nutrients. From beef and poultry to seafood, pork, and even exotic and game meats, you'll get the best value for your buck. Visit one of their 7 locations across Long Island and New Jersey, or order online for same-day delivery at wildforkfoods.com. Wild Fork Foods, your neighborhood's meat and seafood market.
My name is Whitney Allen. I'm a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Empower. Ellie here is getting the sleeve she's always dreamed of. She worked with Empower and planned for her next move, so she got good at money. Now she can be a little bad. Oh, by the way, you spelled journey wrong. No worries. She can afford the cover-up, too. Ooh, check out my tat. It says, invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
She, Bradley. Can't believe my boy ain't never went skating or nothing, man. We gotta try.
This was a great roller skating song.
Yes,
by
that's
the
what
way.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
we gotta culturate Tom a little bit, man. Damn, Tom, would you just go curling or something, shuffleboard? Gotta get you to do some black activities.
I will say I am pretty excited for the curling coming up at the Olympics. No, I played baseball as a kid. That was my sport of choice.
Okay.
I mean, we have to, if we're going to do that, we have to film it.
Yeah, baseball and hockey got, like,
I'm talking about
some weird traditions.
Taking Tom out and getting him cultured.
Yeah, man. We should call it Bart's Culture Class, and then we can take you out and we can give you new experiences.
See, there you go.
Instead of putting you in a mosh pit circle, which is dangerous, we'll put you in like a dance circle with girls twerking and putting that monster on you, and you'll figure out who ran into you harder.
It's like a reality TV show.
Yeah, like teach you how to hold on to that monster back there. Them girls be shaking them big donkey donks. You think the mosh pit dangerous? Get caught between two black women shaking that ass.
Tom?
Thank me later.
Thoughts, comments, nothing?
Bart has just said something that Chris can't comment on. While humorous, Chris values his career too much.
You ain't nothing but a hoochie mama. Hood hoochie mama.
So, Tom, you're now using my disclaimer?
Yes.
That what's going on?
Insert Chris for Tom in that case.
Then you should be, then I would get your own, okay? Because I have legitimate reasons to use that.
My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun.
Rashad in the Bronx, been waiting a while. Rashad, what's going on, bud?
You know about that song.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, Bart. Good morning, Chris.
What do you got,
bud? First, before I get to the cops, good situation, I just want to say, Chris, the first caller, I don't know, the first or second caller that was trying to gas you about the kids.
Oh, because I said children ruin your life.
Don't pay
when I was talking about I was talking about Canty, and I said, so Canty's coming on at noon, but he's on the phone. He's got to go home, and I said, I'm a little surprised that Canty didn't try to make it in here because usually hang out for an hour and try and stay away from the mayhem.
See, but it's early now. Like that's not until like 6 months when the kid getting up. Like, because men, we watch our kids by sound. As long as we can hear like loud noise and stuff happening, we cool. Like half the time we watch our kids from the couch. We be asleep half the time. Chris will figure that out. That's why you got to get that little. You got to get the little playhouse where they can't get out. It's like putting your dog in a cage almost.
That's great.
It's like a little octagon. You know what I'm saying? You can make it shape. Today it's a triangle. Tomorrow it's an octagon. Until your kid gets strong enough to pull itself up and escape.
What's up, Rashad?
Yeah. I was going to say, that guy, he's a little overreacting. Look, even if you're joking or not, it has some truth to it a little bit for some people. So
listen, I was joking,
he's
but
overreacting a little bit.
For everybody, like we all know that. I guarantee you, Chris' action time gonna go down 10%, 10-15%. She's gonna be too tired.
Yeah. Now, before I get to Kyle Tucker, Bart, also congratulations on the anniversary. That was one of the favorite days of my life.
We still waiting in line too.
Can't wait. Yeah, I'm saying as a Giants fan too. I liked how you destroyed the Patriots. Now, the Dodgers. This team don't stop. This team does not.
The league has to put a stop to this, though, man. Shotty,
yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's not even fun. Like this, like you already know the outcome. Like even if they two best players or two players get hurt, they still got better players than you. Like it's no mystery about where they're going to be, who's going to be there. Like if the Yankees lose to this team in the World Series, will we be surprised? Like come on, it's unfair. Like this is stupid. Like they need to stop this rule. You need to pay people, and it should count on your salary right then. That way, you can't just pay everybody. You got to be selective about who you pay.
And let's not add the fact that they have the whole Japanese market.
Correct.
Also, as well, literally.
Well, they're making a ton more money. There's no doubt with everything that they've done. What their income is ridiculous, but they do reinvest that money. The problem is that it is so far and away above everybody else's that this is 10 times worse than anything the Yankees used to do. Not 10.
Right, but because also
3 to 4.
Because also they have the Japanese market because of real estate, because of their location to Japan. It's the closest thing outside of Japanese players playing in Hawaii. The closest place they can play and be on the main stage is Los Angeles.
Well, listen, the Dodgers have all of that money coming in. The biggest complaint that you would have as a Yankee fan is that the numbers in terms of what the income is versus what gets reinvested, comparatively speaking, the Dodgers are putting a lot more of that money back toward it.
But nobody cares because the offset to that, in my opinion, is the fact that your franchise will catch the Yankees in a minute because you're going to have all the championships. And we know that the Asian market respects one thing. Remember Kobe said that until you win a championship, the Asian market don't respect you, don't buy your products. Why it's so important? Because that's the biggest market. So if they're taking all the Japanese stars, then they're going to be able to get more money back in merchandise and all that stuff because they have a whole damn country.
Ant in Newark next, ESPN New York. Ant, what's going on?
What's going on, Bart and Carlin? I was just calling because I'm from New Jersey, and I'm only 3 years older than Tom Bowen, and he's tripping. He's never been roller skating.
Set tripping.
It's not like roller skating has gone out altogether. It might not be as popular as it was at one point.
It's super popular. Usher brought it back single-handedly. It's popping. People ride around with their skates just in case something pop off.
But this is what I'm saying. I'm talking about second, third grade.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Skate park.
So, but to add on to that, I'm from North Jersey. Tom's from Central Jersey, if I remember correctly. This is why we say Central Jersey is not Jersey.
Because they different.
Bart, Carlin, I appreciate the time. Y'all be good. Since I'm on New York radio, go Celtics, go Bills.
It's all good.
And he just proved why his entire point in that last 5 seconds is completely worthless. Sorry.
Can we get people back to also, because I said something a long time ago, and just because people didn't believe it now, maybe they'll give me my credit. Jaylen Brown is him.
That's true. Jaylen Brown is ridiculous.
People say, oh, man, this is the greatest two-way player we've ever seen. Yeah. You welcome, New York. I was keeping it Ville. Y'all thought I was being a hater and saying that he's not in the top 10. he was strinking himself to be able to it's almost like how James Harden had to shrink himself to play for Kevin Durant, and how Russell Westbrook, if you take any of those players and you separated them in the height of their superpowers, they would dominate the NBA. And Jaylen Brown is dominating the NBA because now he has no resistance to the ball coming to him.
All right, here's where we are. Tom, you got a little sideline to sideline for us?
Right now?
We'll do it in a few minutes.
Well, we have Canty in a few minutes.
Oh, right, I forgot. All right.
See what happens?
After Canty, we will get into the frenzy of football, which gives you the chance to get through with your comment and make it on anything from the football weekend, from the football world. Anything you want. Anything. And we will get it in at 800-919-3776. It'll be right after Canty, so not more than 10 minutes from now. So the point is, you need to be getting on the lines now, as we have just opened them up for you at 800-919-3776. They have the football frenzy. We have the real one, the frenzy of football. Canty, next on ESPN New York.
The St. John's Red Storm head to Philly to face Big East rival Villanova. Coverage begins tomorrow at 7:40 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Not all F words are bad. Some are actually great, like fast, free fiber for 4 months. Yep, switch to Optimum Fiber for as low as $25 a month. Plus, for a limited time, you can get 4 months free, HBO Max included for 1 year, and a 5-year price lock. Don't wait, this free fiber deal won't last long, and the fastest, most reliable, most consistent internet speeds await you. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com/free today. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
FanDuel's turning on playoff mode. All customers get a profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. Each game day during the Divisional Round, you'll find a pack loaded with multiple profit boosts waiting for you in the app. More boosts means more ways to level up your playoff bets. Pick the matchups you believe in. You can take your shot on an upset or build a parlay that fits the moment. Whatever you like, bet it. Only on FanDuel. Then apply your profit boosts and go after even bigger payouts while the playoffs keep rolling. So visit FanDuel.com/local and grab your profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. Each game day during the Divisional Round, you'll find a pack loaded with multiple profit boosts waiting for you in the app. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions do apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin.
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
To be clear, are you taking Monday off or no? I need to tell John.
It's a national holiday, right?
It is a national holiday, yes. But is it not part of our national holidays? I don't know. It is a national holiday.
It used to be in my contract. It's not in my contract no more?
I don't know if it is or not.
I've never utilized it.
I don't know if it is. It is a national holiday.
Ask John, does black people have to work on Monday?
Could you please text Johnny Pickums and that exact question, please?
I can if you want me to.
And
tell
John
it
there will
count
be
as one of my days off because it should be given to black
and I will need a specific, direct answer to that question. Okay? There's no hemming and hawing about it. No, yes or no. And as a result, please respond. Now, you're giving me the thumbs up to the question, Ray, or the fact that Canty's here?
The fact that Canty's here. I don't know what I'm giving the thumbs up to because I didn't hear the other part.
You don't want to know.
Let me say, I mean, Canty would be the perfect person to ask.
He is with us. He is the new father. Yes. Yes.
Papa.
Yes.
Pop.
How's it going?
Man, it's going. You know, trying to manage how I'm going to get sleep.
So here
it's making sure the bottle's the right temperature. Making sure you change the diapers. It's a lot going on over here, boy.
Is he breastfeeding?
Yes.
Okay, so it's only so much you can do.
But Bart, he's my son. So we have to top him off with a little bit of formula up until, everything gets fully going. Because he hadn't even been home a week yet. So we in it right now.
So breast milk is very nutritious. It's going to give the kid her immune system and all that good stuff, but it's very thin. It's liquid gold, but if you put a little formula to it, it'll make him full, so he not want some more food. So I get what you're saying when you say you got to put a little formula to it because what I'm saying, he John Coffee because he your son, so he probably like 6'12" already. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm telling you.
Give everybody the specifics, Canty, for those who don't know.
All right, so little man Odile Keller Canty was born 8 pounds 12 ounces and 22 inches long.
Okay.
And that was on January 7th.
So this is not going to make you feel better. I was also 8'12" and 22 inches long.
Yeah. Get out of here. Wow.
Yeah, that's standard operating procedure a little bit. Mine was like 12 and a half. But, has Virginia sent their offer yet?
No, Virginia hasn't sent an offer yet.
Listen, school like Virginia.
Very disappointing.
A school like Virginia better get that offer in early. Can't compete with Indiana and all those other places.
They are now. They spent a lot of money this year. They had plenty of the money. Last thing was I actually said to Bart and to the audience this morning, I was a little bit surprised that you didn't come over here today because that would mean you'd spend more time with us, and that might keep you out of the house a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying?
Get a quick nap. We got to come.
Carlin, that's a great game plan, but it's daddy daycare today. My wife has to go out and run an errand. So
gotcha.
That means that Papa is at the house with the little man all by himself.
That means she had to pump. That means she had to pump for you to make sure. Oh yeah.
Exactly what happened.
Make sure.
But I got about 9 ounces of that grade A milk.
Now
we good.
Now just so you know what I'm saying, you got hold the chin. No, the best way is to hold the chin and the neck.
I know how to hold. You know what's interesting, Bart? I appreciate the advice. I have never held a newborn child before.
Yeah.
I've had no problems holding my kid.
I'm talking about hold the chin, lean them forward. That's how you get the easier burps. Like, hold them on your shoulder and pat. And that's the easy way.
Yeah. Right around the jaw. Yeah. There's also a little trick if you balance them and then just kind of move them around a little bit, like move their belly around in a circular motion. That burps them too.
Yeah.
So, like, kind of in the same spot. Yeah.
So
I got all the tricks on it.
Yeah. Well, you don't know all the tricks. You too damn new to know all the tricks. Hold
all right. Can we all agree?
I got those.
Yeah. Can we all agree that we're thrilled for you and Mel, and it's awesome, and congratulations, and welcome O'Deal to the world? Can we say that?
You'll sleep in 3 years. Don't worry.
Oh my God! Come on, Bart.
Like when you can start when you can start giving them Benadryl, like at 3, you good. Just put a little splash in the milk.
Okay, let's break down the games that you aren't going to get a chance to see this weekend because you just had a kid. And I'll be sitting on my brand new couch enjoying and watching.
He's such a bad guy. Such a bad guy.
Canty, let's start with Buffalo and Denver. And it's a similar question that we'll be asking about the Texans and Patriots. Is it still possible to win or at least pursue a championship with a dominant defense and average quarterback play?
I believe so. Now, here's the difference. I do think that Houston's defense is a cut above what we've seen from the Denver Broncos. Even though the Broncos led the league in sacks, I think the Broncos' defense has gotten fat off of a lot of inferior competition, whereas with the Houston Texans, they just dominate and they roll everybody. They're on a 10-game win streak for a reason. It's because their defense with 2 All-Pros coming off of the edge and Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson Jr., they bring pressure unlike any other. And the great part about that defense is that they also can stop the run. They stop the run. They dominate when it comes to being able to get pressure on opposing quarterbacks. No matter who that quarterback is, they can get that guy on the ground. They made a Superman Josh Allen look like Clark Kent, very, very mortal when they played earlier in the season on a Thursday night game. The Houston Texans defense is the single best unit remaining in all of the postseason. So offense, defense, special teams, all 3 phases.
Better in Seattle?
The Houston Texans defense, they are the best unit in all of football.
Now tell me this, biggest liability, Bo Nix or C.J. Stroud?
I'm going to lean toward C.J. Stroud being the bigger liability. But that's not a knock on C.J. I fully believe that the Texans are capable of winning a championship. And, of course, that means that I believe that he's capable of making some throws. But my belief in Bo Nix is at a different level just because of who his play caller is, and that's Sean Payton. I have a lot more faith in Sean Payton than I do Nick Caley, offensive coordinator for the Houston Texans. So, yeah, if it's a head-to-head between those 2 quarterbacks, I'll take C.J. Stroud. I will acknowledge this is a huge postseason for C.J. Stroud, who is contract extension eligible for the first time this offseason. You're talking about a guy that could get paid north of $50 million a year if he takes his team to a Final Four, if they get to a Super Bowl. That's how important these next few weeks are for C.J. Stroud.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube page, Chris Canty is with us. We're talking NFL playoffs.
Can't wait.
I do have some breaking news. This from Jeff Passan just moments ago. Bo Bichette and the New York Mets in agreement on a 3-year, $126 million contract. So the Mets, after they lose out on Kyle Tucker, go and sign Bo Bichette, which, frankly, I am a little bit surprised by when they talk about trying to jam the square peg into the round hole. I mean, they've already got Lindor, but Bo Bichette now a New York Met. $42 million a year.
I hear you, Colin, but he's a damn good baseball player.
He is. I'm not going to kill it, but still.
So basically what you're saying, Carlin, is it's like you went and you wanted a Rolls Royce and they gave you a Chrysler 300?
No, he's a damn good player. He's better
than that.
Yeah.
He's better than that.
Yeah. I mean.
Okay, he's a Mercedes-Benz.
I mean, listen, you missed out on Kyle Tucker. You wanted to have something that's a shiny new toy to show to your fan base. And Bo Bichette is that guy. I mean, listen, coming off of a World Series appearance, nothing to sneeze at.
No, definitely not. We'll get more into that here in a few minutes. I do want to ask you a couple more things here on the playoffs. As we said, Chris Canty with us in Sportsmanlike every day, 6 to 10 a.m. on ESPN Radio with Evan Cohen and Michelle Smallman, also over on ESPN2. Canty, if Buffalo loses, do you still think it's possible that they may make a coaching change?
Yes. And I think it's a matter of how they lose. If it's a close fourth quarter game and they're on the wrong side of it, I don't think anybody is in a hurry to run Sean McDermott out of town. But if it ends up being on one side of the fair, if you have the best player in the sport and he doesn't have a chance to get to the Final Four, let alone the Super Bowl, in a postseason where you don't have to worry about Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, or Pat Mahomes on your side of the bracket, then that is a massive disappointment for the Buffalo Bills. So, yeah, I think that this is a huge game for Sean McDermott in the sense that he has to sell the Pagulas that he's the right coach for Josh Allen while you have the best player in the sport in the heart of his prime. I'm just going to throw this one little nugget out there for you, Carlin, and this is absolutely fascinating. Of the 7 teams that had the shortest odds at the beginning of the season to win the Super Bowl, the Buffalo Bills are the only one of them that's still alive.
Wow.
And so that is indicative of the perception of what the path is for the Buffalo Bills to get to the big game, considering all of the other teams that were thought to be contenders not being in it. It's a huge opportunity for Josh Allen. It's a bigger opportunity for Sean McDermott. They got to find a way to cash in this weekend.
Tell me this. Are you old enough, Chris, to remember the Love Connection with Chuck Woolery?
Yeah, man. You know that, Bart? I remember that show.
So let's play Love Connection here for the New York Football Giants. Let's make a love connection and make a super coaching staff. If you're John Harbaugh, we understand that he's maybe monking, but that doesn't scream like all-star of coaches. Who would you pair John Harbaugh with to have that love connection superstar type of coaching staff? Who would be your coordinators?
Oh, that's a great question. I think when it comes to the offensive coordinator spot, Mike McDaniel, you'll be hard-pressed to do better than him. He's going to get a lot of interest this cycle to be a head coach. It's interesting to see whether he wants to take a head coaching job versus roll with one of the open coordinator positions, one of the open offensive coordinator positions. That is going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But no, I think Mike McDaniel would be my pick, but Todd Monken has had success with Lamar Jackson in Baltimore. When you look at the numbers, it's been a good marriage in terms of having his system and Lamar Jackson's talent. I think the beauty of being able to have a head coach in John Harbaugh is that you have somebody taking 2 quarterbacks with drastically different styles to the Final Four. So I think it ultimately comes down to who Harbaugh is comfortable with on his staff. But as a Giants fan and a former player, I'm good with them hiring whoever John Harbaugh wants because I know what John Harbaugh is bringing to the table as a coach.
You forgot about the other side of the ball. Who over there?
Oh, well, I just assumed it'd be Anthony Weaver or Antonio Pierce, one of the two.
What about so mine would be I'm with you on Mike McDaniel. But, man, like these coaches won't be with you long because they'll be head coaches pretty soon. But if I got to go and turn this thing around immediately, if we want the same Josh McDaniel type of effect, I'm going Mike McDaniel, Jim Schwartz.
No, that's not bad. That's not bad, Bart. I mean, Bart.
I thought you had more excitement for Jim Schwartz.
I'm not.
Kind of wet blanket.
Listen, it's a matter of who the best option is for your head coach. Who your head coach wants to hire. That's what matters the most.
Well, you know who he hired before? Rex Ryan was his defensive coordinator. Wouldn't that shake up in New York?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, that's a good point, Bart. That's a good point. But I think the Giants are going to be in a good spot. There's not going to be any shortage of coordinators and good coaches. I want to sign up to work for John Harbaugh here with the New York Giants, considering the talent on that team, both sides of the ball.
All right, last one, Canty, and we'll let you get some rest because it's obviously, it's there's a lot going on, as you said.
There's a lot going on.
Best game of this weekend. If you were in a situation where you could only watch one of the games this weekend due to certain extenuating circumstances, which one would you go out of your way to make sure you see?
Ooh, that is a great question. You know what? I want to see the Rams and the Bears.
Yeah, me too.
You know why I want to see it? It's because of the hate between the two head coaches. Yeah, I don't know. It's Ben Johnson versus Matt LaFleur / anybody off of the Shanahan coaching tree that includes Sean McVay. Like, I love it. I wish we could have celebrity death match with Ben Johnson and Sean McVay meet at the 50-yard line at Soldier Field, and whoever wins that fight decides who's going to win and advance to the conference championship game. I think that game is going to be really, really spicy. Ben Johnson in the past has had Sean McVay's number, so I think this is going to be a really, really interesting game. There's going to be a lot of fireworks at Soldier Field on Sunday night.
I also wonder, like, what that handshake going to be. You shook my brother hand like that, my boy hand like that. I want to see what that handshake going to be like.
I got a prediction. It's going to be cold.
It's going
to be 2 degrees. It's going to be 2 degrees at the end of the game.
You know
That's my prediction.
So if it's
cold,
icy
handshake.
If it's cold like that, you know the best thing you can do when he put his hand out, you smack the hell out of it on the backside, sting that hand.
All right, my man, get some rest.
Night. Don't worry, it gets better in 3 years.
Good luck with that. Getting rest. It's just a matter of trying. Listen, being a father of a newborn is like being in the NFL playoffs. Survive and advance. That's all I'm trying to do, Carlin. Survive and advance. That's all I'm trying to do.
Understood. We're so thrilled for you and Mel. Congratulations again, and hopefully the sleep situation improves. Canty, have a great weekend.
All right, thank you, boys. Have a good weekend.
That's Chris Canty and Sportsmanlike each and every day, 6 to 10 a.m. on ESPN Radio with Michelle Smallman and Evan Cohen, also on ESPN2. If you are just joining us, there is even more breaking news that just came across a couple of minutes ago. The Mets, after losing out on Kyle Tucker last night to the Dodgers, have signed Bo Bichette to a 3-year deal worth $146 million, is that right? No, $126 at $42 per year. There are no opt-outs in the deal, and there is a full no-trade clause in the deal. And Bichette, predictably here, is going to play third for the Mets. They obviously had to get that clear because they have Lindor. And so the Mets make this move. It's a massive move. And when we think about, jamming a square peg in a round hole, I don't have a problem with it. Because I feel like we've seen this before. Certainly A-Rod had no problem playing third base for a long time. This, I think, will work very well for the Mets with Bichette. It's something – I said this at the beginning of the show, Bart. Look, you can't control what's going on with the Dodgers right now. You just have to go out and respond. It's almost kind of you almost have to play a read and react defense to this. You can be as aggressive as you want it to be. But if you're going to get blown out of the water by guys that you can't predict that, then you just have to respond to what they do, and the Mets just responded to it.
And the crazy thing is, though, like, we're still waiting for the pitching to get addressed. You know what I mean? They've lost 2 guys to the Dodgers this year. And like you said, what's so discouraging, it feels like every team is playing for second place.
It does feel that way, and that's disappointing for sure. But again, there's nothing I can kind of do about them other than just hope for the best in terms of trying to get my team ready for the season. Now, you look at Bichette's career numbers. 2024 was a season where he missed half the year, and it was a nightmarish season. Other than that 1 year, his OPS has been well over 800 per season. He's played pretty much not every game, but 2023 he missed 30 games. Last year he missed 20 games. Other than that, he's been relatively healthy. He has led the league in hits a couple of times. His batting average has always been very good, with that one exception of last year just being a complete, 2024 that is, being a complete and utter debacle. He was very good in the World Series. He hit .348 in the World Series and a .920 OPS. Listen, it's something that they obviously had to do in order to respond. I'm with you, though. I'm more on the idea of trying to respond on the pitching end.
Correct.
Yeah, and to me, that still means Framber Valdez at this point.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we're waiting for. Like, let's address that. I understand we have to fill this lineup up, but come on, man. Like, pitching is what what you need. You need some aces, man. I still be trying to move Singer ass too.
All right, let's get your calls in here. 800-919-3776. Line them up right now on the Mets and this news just moments ago. Bo Bichette is a New York Met, 3 years and $126 million. You know who's really burned right now? Toronto. Because we all thought Toronto was going to go much longer on the deal for Kyle Tucker. He ends up going to the Dodgers, and now Bichette is gone from Toronto. So they are kicked in the pants. Game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. 7:30, Nets hosting the Bulls at Barclays Center this evening. Tullamore Dew is the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying a Tullamore Dew responsibly. Let us hit Jose in Connecticut on this signing that came down just moments ago. Bo Bichette, a New York Met. What's up, Jose?
Hey, what's up, my guys? I'm immediately happier right now because, man, I ain't gonna lie, and you guys know this. If the Mets would have paid that amount of money for Tucker, we would have gotten destroyed for the overpay. So Bichette, to me,
I mean, a 3-year deal for Bichette is not bad at 27 years old.
Exactly, right? Exactly, man. So and for the amount of money that you got Bichette for, that's enough money to get Bichette and hopefully another pitcher, and it would be close to what we would have paid Tucker this year. So, I mean, Tucker was good, but not $60 million good. You know what I mean? So I just think,
Jose,
I get it.
Jose, you know who you sound like? You sound like Yankee fans when Soto came to them. Just letting you know.
But come on.
I'm just saying.
No, you're right, but this is Tucker. Tucker's not that much better than Bichette. You know what I'm saying? Besides, like Carlin said last year, Bichette's career, he's just as good as Tucker. So I even better actually. It was just the injury last year, so it's not like a Soto and then little pieces. But
we got Bellinger and we got. I'm just saying. I just got to call it straight down the middle. Everybody know I'm a Mets fan, but that's what it sounds like.
And here's the other thing. Again, this goes against the whole run prevention idea. Because Bichette's not a Gold Glover by any stretch, and now you're moving him over to third base. And so this is about driving in more runs. And this is also not somebody that's going to hit 40 home runs a year. Let me ask you this question right now. Keeping all of that in mind, Alonso is what, 31? Is he 30 or 31? He signed the deal. Bichette's 27. Would you rather have Bichette 3 years, 126? Or would you rather have Alonso 5 years, 155? Yeah, Alonso is 31. Knowing that Alonso's going to hit 40 home runs, but when it comes to what the overall numbers are, it may not be that far off. He's going to, the home runs and RBIs are going to look better, But in terms of the overall player, would you rather have Bichette or Alonso right now? Tom, I'm going to ask you this question. I know you're a Yankee fan. If you were the Mets right now, would you rather have Bichette or Alonso? Bichette 3 years at 27 years old. Alonso 5 years at 31 years old.
I'm going to say Alonso. And my reasoning is he's a lot more consistent of what you get. You know what you're going to get. He's already the fan favorite there. He's already established himself, proven he can play in New York.
Yeah.
That would probably be the way I lean.
Playing in Chicago ain't easy either now.
Listen, it's not, but it's not the same thing, I don't think. Because I think the Cub fans are a lot more forgiving of a lot of things than maybe the Met fans are. Ray, would you rather have Alonso, if you're the Mets right now, or Bichette?
Well, as Met fans should feel, is it shouldn't be a choice between the two, because if you have one of the richest owners, there shouldn't be a budget, but still.
Yeah, I'm not asking them, though, to take that. I'm just asking them in this instance right now. I'm not saying they wouldn't have gotten Bichette if they had brought back Alonso. I'm just saying right now that one's gone and one's here, which would you rather have here?
Well, you got to go with change. If it didn't work last season, then you got to go with change and see if Bo Bichette will do something different that Alonso didn't bring.
Okay.
Yeah, Tom.
Now, Bichette is obviously a much better pure hitter.
Right, not a lot of strikeouts and stuff like that, on base percentage. Athletic. I like that, you can say they got a lot more athletic, correct?
Yeah, I think that's fair. He's not a great defensive player.
Neither was Pete.
No, He wasn't. He wasn't.
You can get anybody to play defense on first base.
Strikeouts last season for Bichette. He hit 311. He struck out 91 times. I mean, he struck out half as much as Alonso did.
That was a bad year for him, too, right?
No, the strikeouts have been up before, but he struck out 91 times on 139 games. So, listen, I think it's not a bad pivot to where they were. All right, 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. In moments, we are going to get as many of your calls in. We're going to do the frenzy of football, but we're going to allow Mets Bichette calls in it as well. So, here's how it's going to go. See, this is what separates us. We're flexible, they're not.
Burger King, you get it your way over here, baby.
Exactly. Rick and Dave, you better stick to their rules.
Fix menu.
Yeah, or
we ain't got
they're
no
kicking
green
your
beans.
ass out the door.
We ain't got no green beans.
They don't want to know anything, okay? We set the standard here. This is about you at 800-919-3776. So all of your frenzy of football calls, where we get to them in rapid-fire order, but we will also allow Mets and Bichette calls to be brought into that as well. We are adapting on the fly. Also, the return of Carlin's Corner Table. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Show your team spirit and say big only at Security Dodge during the Start Something New sales event. For a limited time, score an extra $500 off on top of all rebates and new incentives, just for coming in and wearing your favorite team's jersey or swag. High school, college, or pro, football, basketball, hockey, and every sport in between. It's easy to win big at Security Dodge in Amityville. Visit us today or shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com.
Hey, it's Michael K. Not sleeping? Well, it could be your mattress. That's why I always recommend my friends at PC Richard & Son. At PC Richard & Son, they don't just sell you a mattress. Their experts use a 4-step mattress fitting process so that your new bed fits you perfectly. They guarantee it. Top brands like Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. And in-home delivery on any mattress $199 and up is free. So do what I do. Get to PC Richard & Son and for your new mattress. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets. So go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Focus Features presents the film Hamnet from director Chloe Zhao and producers Steven Spielberg and Sam Mendes. Discover the untold story behind Shakespeare's greatest masterpiece. Hamnet is a monumental cinematic experience and proof that movies can bring us together. And now it's the winner of the Golden Globe Award for Best Actress Jessie Buckley and Best Picture of the Year. Hamnet, rated PG-13, may be inappropriate for children under 13. Now playing only in theaters.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Hey, sorry I missed you. Your call is very important to me. Just not as important as the New Jersey Lottery's Green Ball promotion being back on Pick 3 evening drawings. See, if the green ball's drawn, that's a free second chance to win? So, yeah, you get it. It's only through February 1st, though, so try me after then?
Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. For game odds and promotion details, visit njlottery.com/pick3.
When it comes to meat and seafood, selection matters, and no one beats Wild Fork Foods. To everyday essentials, to high-quality steaks, to seafood and more, every product is blast frozen to lock in peak flavor and freshness, so you get restaurant-quality meats at home for amazing prices. Shop in person at 7 locations across Long Island and New Jersey, or you can order online for same-day delivery. It's easy, it's convenient, and the prices are wild. WildForkFoods.com.
What is it that makes the all-new Hyundai Palisade hybrid an incredible SUV? Is it the spacious interior that's comfy for the whole crew? Or the capability to go off-road? Maybe it's up to 600-plus miles of range. Is it the driver behind the wheel? What if it's all of that and more? What is it then? The all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid. So much more than just another SUV. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details. That's 562-314-4603.
Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your 6 figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year 1 needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, we've seen it all, and we're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box. Get started at hrblock.com.
All right, couple things. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. This from Adam Schefter. For those who were just kind of sitting there and like, well, hasn't this gotten quite done yet with Harbaugh, and it's not official. This from Schefter just moments ago. The Giants and John Harbaugh are working through the details of their contract, and it's not done yet per sources. The final issues aren't over money. It's over language. Quote, "There's no derailment and nothing has changed," one source said. Talks continue, and the two sides are working to get it across the finish line. So if you were a little bit concerned about that, does that make you feel a little bit better? Resident Giant fan Tom Bauer, does that make you feel a little bit better as to the fact that you might be asking the question, why has this not been made official yet?
Yeah. I was kind of wondering what the holdup would be, and as long as it's not like monetarily, if it's just the language, I feel like that's probably the easiest thing that you can sort away.
What do you think the language is there?
For coaches, it's weird because for players, it's that the offset language and all that stuff. Maybe it's the buyout stuff if they fire him before or something like that. It's got to be something dealing with the structure of his, I would think, his assistants. Maybe he wants to have final power about does he fire his assistants or not. It can be anything like that. You know, like remember, we just came from the kid from the Bengals. Every coach responsibility is to find some nuanced power struggle so that when the next coach comes up, he can leverage the fact like that this coach got it, so I should get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially if you have the same resume as that guy. So I it's minute, I guarantee you, but that's the finer details that all agents work out at the end. It's always like that. And the problem is when they agree, we agree for me to be here. Now let's go through the details. Yeah, but the Giants were just too early because they wanted to get something announced because I think they wanted a good story.
Are you ready for the return?
Yes.
Carlin's Corner Table.
Yes, I am.
Hit it.
I had some bacon.
Chris Carlin likes food.
There's not much of a better smell in the world than Cinnabon.
Chris Carlin has opinions on food.
You call yourselves the Burger King, you're a disgrace.
It's Carlin's Corner Table.
I used to go to the Fudge Factory in Baltimore all the time.
I haven't heard it in so long. I had some bacon. I love it.
I like some bacon. Well, this involved some bacon. This involved the Golden Diner in New York City, which has been a viral place for their pancakes. The Golden Diner. Go to the goldendinerny.com. That's goldendinerny.com. 123 Madison Street, New York City. Here's the deal about the Golden Diner. It's been all about the honey butter pancakes. Honey butter pancakes.
Ooh, you had me at honey.
Now, I have seen these things before. I went because I'd seen a couple other influencers put it up there. They're not telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. The honey butter pancake, you can either get one or two. And it's not just like a single layer pancake that you could normally get. It is a thicker pancake. It's probably a good 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch thick.
Like some hot skillet cornbread.
Exactly. Okay? They are fluffy pancakes with honey maple butter finished with some lemon zest.
Oh.
And then you can add a berry compote to it for an additional $4.
You kept it plain though, right? You got to taste it. You don't want to taste the fruit. You want to taste nothing but the.
I am not a blueberry pancake guy.
Yeah.
I understand people who are.
Has to be
I am a purist when it comes to the pancake. I would rather just have it plain.
Well, for the first time, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not that I would never
I like
do
the banana walnut to be
Sure,
good.
no, I'll
It's
mix
different.
it up.
Okay.
But the first time when I'm seeing this,
Yeah.
and it is legitimately big, you are going to get your money's worth.
Was it golden? No, it was golden.
It was golden.
Ooh.
This thing came, and it was beautiful to look at.
That's what I'm saying.
It was absolutely beautiful to look at. When I think about the great sights in life, Grand Canyon,
yes,
the New York City skyline, this pancake.
Wow.
When you talk about putting the syrup on and then you have that butter on top of it, it looks so good. Now, does the look match the taste?
What?
It does.
Okay, watch.
It's all right.
You had me nervous.
Relax. It was excellent. Now, here's my trouble with pancakes sometimes. When it comes to breakfast, I usually am more of a French toast guy because, and I'll explain why. Sometimes I don't love it when the pancake or when the waffle doesn't have enough syrup, so it's a little dry. And when you have this kind of thicker pancake, I'm worried about, is this going to be too dry without dousing it in syrup? But relax. The answer is no.
Oh, okay.
The answer, like you're jumping a gun here with looks on your face. The answer is no.
Leading the witness.
This allowed me to put the proper amount of syrup on it, not drench it.
Did it soak it up like a sponge? Did it hold it for you?
Oh, it soaked it up.
So
like
that mean it was porous. Because the new thing is that you put sparkling water in your batter and it makes it aerate and open up so Dial can just drip into the pit holes, the pores.
That's what this was. This was it. It absolutely got in there. It was not. I did not have to drown it in syrup because there are times where that's a case.
Yes.
And this is not that time. Overall, Golden Diner honey butter pancakes. 4.5.
4.5.
4.5 Carlins.
What held it back? What held it back from being perfect?
The only thing that held it back from being perfect is just that as it sits in front of you, it's a lot.
So make it smaller so you don't overindulge?
If you eat too much of a pancake, and this is just about the pancake in general.
Yeah.
I can't eat those kinds of things and not pass out an hour and a half later.
Yeah.
And am I holding that against because of my particular body and the way my system works? Yeah.
The world revolves around you. You should feel that way.
But that's the only thing that held it back because it was so big and it was going to take a lot of effort to finish it.
Yeah.
I had to finish it.
They put any whipped cream on it?
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah, I don't know if you could ask for that. That felt to me like if you went to the finest steakhouse and you ask them for some A1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which I always do when they get mad.
Yeah, I know. I asked for the house steak sauce to see what that's like, and I'll get it on the side.
Gotcha.
But I'm an A1 guy. I like A1 too. Anyway, point being, I didn't want to put the whipped cream on it to do anything to it. It was outstanding. GoldenDinerNY.com. And here's the thing. Good thing about it, single pancake, you might think this is a lot. It's actually not. $12.
Yeah.
It's
That's
not
about right.
It's not a lot. And it does cost $4 more if you want to put a berry compote on it. But so if you're a big blueberry pancake guy.
See, this is the thing I always have. The problem I've always have with like French toast, crepes, pancakes. The problem I always have is, other than bacon, what do you eat with it? See, like when you eat in eggs, you can pair eggs because it's hearty and savory. You can pair eggs with biscuits and gravy. You can pair it with toast, hash browns, and grits. Like you run out of options because it's so sweet. It's almost like you're eating a cake. So the sweetness of pork or sausage is good with it, but you can't eat hash browns with that.
No, I pair it with sausage. I specifically stay away from the bacon. 2 reasons. Number one, bacon gets in. Well, that's not the reason I would stay away from bacon. Bacon, number one, if you're dipping it into the syrup, then you got a good chance you're going to spill the syrup somewhere.
Yeah,
like you can't control the syrup situation.
Correct.
But number 2, the combination of sausage and syrup, I find that to be outstanding.
Yeah.
So
was it maple sausage? That way they kind of add some sweet. I guess that would be counterproductive because you already got the syrup there.
Yeah.
So
no, it was regular sausage.
Now, was it a link or was it the patty?
Got to go link.
Okay. See, I like the patty because it don't got that intestines around it. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm just eating straight meat. No Diddy.
I'm not exactly that. I'm not exactly that discerning.
Okay.
So there you have it. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. Frenzy of football next, including Bichette calls. Bo Bichette's a New York Met.
The St. John's Red Storm head to Philly to face Big East rival Villanova. Coverage begins tomorrow at 7:40 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
Welcome to Jake's 58 Casino Hotel, where excitement never stops. Unleash the fun with 2 floors of gaming action, featuring 1,000 cutting-edge video and electronic machines. Enjoy exceptional service at a prime location that places you right in the heart of Long Island's excitement. Stay and play in style with over 200 hotel rooms and treat yourself to a full range of dining options at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine. We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert spine care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Rich Eisen here. Hiring for your small business can feel like a full-time job, but LinkedIn Jobs AI Assistant takes the heavy lifting out of it. It filters applicants based on the criteria you set and suggests 25 great fit candidates daily so you can invite them to apply and keep things moving. Hire right the first time. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/Eisen, then promote it to use LinkedIn Jobs' new AI Assistant, making it easier and faster to find top candidates. That's linkedin.com/Eisen to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. Then promote it to use LinkedIn Jobs' new AI Assistant, making it easier and faster to find top candidates. That's linkedin.com/Eisen to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage, no medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The College Football Playoff National Championship. Let's go! The magical run by the 10th-ranked Miami Hurricanes continues.
There's no bad play, no bad call, no injury that we can't overcome.
When they faced a top-ranked and undefeated Indiana Hoosiers.
All I can say is go IU and
Number 10 Miami versus number 1 Indiana. Coverage begins Monday night at 6:30 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
Yeah. We got Bo Bichette, baby. It's official like a whistle. The Mets are going to take down the Dodgers. Bo. Just got paid Friday night. Party's jumping. Feel all right. Booty shaking. Dancing to the beat. Oh, yeah. We got our guy. Harbaugh's here. Team's behind. We gonna go down and kick the Eagles' butt. Ha ha! Yeah, y'all finally got something right, Giants. You guys finally got your man, and he didn't think the job stinked. You got to give a lot of love to Brian Daboll, who was the one who identified Jackson Dart as a guy who can be a leading man in a drama, which is always the New York market. And you have to give a lot of credit to him, even though you fired his ass, and you might have to see him in Philadelphia as he comes for revenge, as he becomes Iron Man converted to Dr. Doom because you took his life away by taking credit for his guy, Shane, and now you're going to have to deal with Brian Daboll with a great team.
Okay. Couple things. Number one, I forgot, and I don't know how I forgot. Noon. What does that mean?
It's the Power Hour. Just one, because we got to get to our callers.
Let's do that as well, because at 800-919-3776, it is time for the Frenzy of Football.
Did you hear the new segment on Bart and Carlin on Friday?
They have the football frenzy.
They have the football frenzy. We have the frenzy of football.
Yes. They're saying the segment's so good, we want a piece of it. Yes.
It's the same.
They got the golden arches. Mine is the golden arcs.
But different.
They use a sesame seed bun. My buns have no seed.
Let's do it. Bart and Carlin, Frenzy of Football. One question, one comment. We'll respond, and we will take calls here on the Mets signing Bo Bichette just moments ago. 3 years, $126 million, no opt-outs, full no trade. Dave in the car, up first. Frenzy of Football. Dave!
What is the problem? Why can't the Mets get people to come to their clubhouse with the richest owner?
Because the Dodgers, it's all about location. People love to live in Los Angeles, and especially if you're talking about the international market as well. I don't think the Mets can't get people to come. I just think that the lure of being able to win a championship and put that on your resume is going to help you for your future contract. So guys are going there and they're jumping on. Everybody wants to go join the winner. Just like you see people that's going to start going to Indiana. Guys are followers. Not a lot of long dogs, long wolves. No, it's not a lot of Giannis Antetokounmpos. It's a lot of LeBrick Jameses that just want to make super teams that don't want to dethrone the champ.
And they literally just signed Bo Bichette for $42 million a year. By the way.
Well, he mean the leading guy, the
I
head
know,
guy, the big dog.
Still a bad start to the Frenzy of Football. Jeremy in the truck is up on the Frenzy of Football.
Yeah, what's up? Hey, if Carson Beck balls out on Monday night and the U wins, will the Jets draft him at number 2?
Dear God, no.
Hell no. That dude is not a good football player. He's old enough. He should be able to play. It's like Bo Nix old ass coming out. If you can't dominate those dudes and you 7 years older than people, That's like you not being able to beat up your little brother ass and he 12 and you 18.
There was a time not too long ago, I would say about a year and a half ago, where people were expecting Carson Beck to be the first overall pick in the draft, and then he didn't come out because he wasn't anywhere close to that. And then he transferred to Miami. He got his money, but Carson Beck is not a top NFL quarterback.
Give me Trinidad Jizzangs. I'd rather take Trinidad.
Chambers. Joe! West Harrison is gone. Next is Eric in Brooklyn. Frenzy of football. 800-919-3776. Lines open. Go.
Got it. Raiders, coach, and QB next year.
Ooh. It all depends on who decides to say, you know what, I can turn this around because I love what Mendoza is doing. I would say that has to be an offensive guy. Listen, a lot of people are forgetting about this guy. I would think Stefanski could be somebody, hey, you played for one bad organization. What's wrong with going with another rogue organization with Tom Brady? I can see Stefanski saying, all right, all you guys over there, y'all looking at the Baltimore job. That's a lot of pressure in that division. That organization is expected to win. I can come here and make small steps and improvements. I got a nice tight end that I can build around. I got plenty of draft equity, and I'll be eventually getting some money back on my books. So the Raiders, who the hell are they paying? So I would probably see a guy like Stefanski saying, hey, I can mold Mendoza to the likeness that I want, and I can build around that program.
I would look at Mendoza, and I would feel very good about what he can be in the league. I honestly would.
And you still have Geno.
Yep.
So you don't have to start him week one. He can make a slow progression in so you can make sure that he's ready, even though I think he's ready now. And if that's the case, then Geno becomes a trade chip.
And before you even do anything around any other contracts on your team, you have $88 million in cap space.
Trade Geno to Miami as they're looking for a stopgap.
Whatever you got to do.
Probably get it. I'll take a fifth.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. Let us change course from the frenzy of football into our picks from the weekend. Let's get to that.
Did I go undefeated?
I don't believe that you did, because that has never happened. So
damn.
Let's just operate under the assumption that you haven't.
Okay.
And let's get to today's picks, which, of course, we delve into with the 4 divisional playoff games this weekend. I often call it, because it is, the absolute best sports weekend of the year. And we begin in Denver, 4:30 Saturday, CBS. Broncos 1.5-point favorites over the Bills. Don't worry, Tony Romo was sick last week. That's why he stunk.
He was playing hurt?
Yeah. I love my guy Sean. He had Tony Romo on the other day, and he's like, listen, I love you. I love the crew. I love everything
Greatest
about
thing in the
it.
world.
You guys do an amazing job. But there are some people out there.
Some people.
Not me.
But
there are some people out there criticizing you. Well, I was sick last week. You got it, Tony.
A lot of important people. A lot of people.
All right, Broncos, Bills, -1.5. Broncos, what do you got?
I think that's about right. I think this is a field goal game. I think, the Denver Broncos figure a way to pick it out. I know that they got Superman on the other side, but Superman don't have no help. He don't have Alfred. He don't have Robin. He don't have Catgirl. So I'm gonna go. I'm strictly going with Denver, because I think that they'll be able to shut the run down. They have one of the best defenses, maybe not as good as Houston, but I think they'll be able to get to Josh Allen, and Josh Allen won't have any help. The only thing that can save them is if Bo Nix tries to force the ball too much, throwing the ball. The number one pass defense is the Buffalo Bills. That's the only chance if they get a bunch of turnovers, get some easy scores.
I don't know what it is, but there's something about this game that has me thinking that Josh Allen's going to go on the road and do it. Maybe it's the fact that there's been this much pressure around it. Sean McDermott better hope so.
Was he Eli Manning?
I will take the 1.5 points, and I say the Bills win outright. Outright in Denver. Game 2, Fox, 8 p.m., 49ers, Seahawks, Seattle -7. Seattle -7 Saturday night. What do you got?
Kyle Shanahan has done a great job. I think, one of his best coaching jobs, or one of the best coaching jobs that we've seen, him and Robert Saleh, with all that they lost. Fred Warner's back at practice, but I don't think he'll ever see the light of day, because I think the buck stops this week. George Kittle, they're just too much to ask. You're asking Kyle Juszczyk or somebody to try and step in for Kittle, who's so important not only in their pass game but also in helping them capture the edges. So I think at the end of the day, Sam Darnold, McDaniel does something that hasn't been done in a long time. He's going to be headed to the finals. They're rested and they're ready to go. They ran the ball for 180 yards against this solid defense last time they played. I think it's definitely Seattle.
Okay, I'm taking the 49ers plus the 7 only because I think they will make this a good, close game. I don't think it'll be 49ers winning outright. I'll be rooting for it because my wife's a 49ers fan, but I think that this will be close. They lose by a field goal. Texans, Patriots in Foxborough Sunday, New England -3. 10 seconds on each game. Go on the Texans, Patriots.
Yeah. Boston don't deserve good things. We hate them, so I hope they get their ass kicked by this defense. I hope Drake May gets slammed to the turf repeatedly, so I'm going Houston's.
I'm with what Canty said earlier, and I actually said it before him. The best single unit left in the playoffs is the Houston defense, so give me that. Just, dear God, give me average quarterback play. Will you, C.J. Stroud? I will take the Texans +3. Finally, Rams, Bears, 6:30, NBC. Sunday night, -3.5. The Rams, what do you got?
Matthew Stafford is the top 4 quarterback I've ever played against in my career. I think he's been grossly underrated. I think the stuff with his back early on was something that we all worried about. I think he rises off to the sunset like Shane. I think he wins the MVP, and I think he ultimately wins his second Super Bowl.
I'll be rooting for the Bears. Give me the Rams in this game. I think the Rams will ultimately win this game, and I'm not bothered by the cold weather at all. What are our records there, Tom, as to wrap this up?
Bart right now is 24-28. Chris, you're 526-26.
Damn, I'm below 500.
Yeah, you won one game last week, Bart.
Woo!
Such a hater, Tom. You said that with a smile on your face.
That's right, he did.
What was my one win? Was Pittsburgh?
Your one win was the Bears.
But I said, there's no way I picked Pittsburgh.
All right, well, we'll go back and check. Chris Stapleton's All-American Road Show is coming to Northwell Health at Jones Beach Theater Wednesday, August 26th. ESPN New York has your chance to score tickets on the ESPN New York app. Just find the contest tile and submit your entry. Brought to you by Live Nation. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. The Mets have signed Bo Bichette, 3 years, $126 million, no deferrals, full no trade, no opt-outs. Michael Kay has got you covered. All the football, all the baseball, next on ESPN New York.
Ready for action, basketball fans? BetMGM, an authorized gaming partner of the NBA, is giving players another reason to hit the court this season. BetMGM is adding extra excitement to every basket, every slam dunk, and every buzzer-beating